would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you would.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. We got some updates for Basketball Wives, y'all. Some stuff that's supposed to be or that could be happening for season 11. So I definitely want to come on and talk to you guys about it because, as you know, this is the Basketball Wives Stand channel. And so I'm getting updates, and I want to make sure that you guys are updated. If you are a Basketball Wives fan or you like the show or whatever the case may be. So I want to go ahead and take care of the business of this channel really quick. If you want to join my tribe, please stand by my side. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you turn them on all so you get notified every time I go live. Like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section to keep me in the algorithm, and also comment in the chat if you are here. Let's play the intro, and then let's get started. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, y'all. So I am back. What's going on, Sassy Peach? So first of all, I also want to make sure that we know what the goal is for this live, y'all. We want to hit that 100 likes for this video. So if you haven't already done it, go ahead and hit that like button so that we can keep me in awkward. I'm trying to get back in there. So y'all, there's some things going on in the Basketball Wives atmosphere, and I'm excited. What was said if they do come back, they need to get rid of the irrelevant twins. They serve no purpose for the majority of the season exactly. And I'm excited. I'm hoping that they do. What's going on, Monique? I hope that they do. I'm seeing a lot for it seems like they're gearing up for season 11 right now. Kristen just did an interview. And then also, I was showing you guys yesterday. Let me pull this up. About the Twitter page that I follow. All right. And this was the question. Are y'all here for Kristen? Wait, that's not it. Yeah, are y'all here for Kristen returning with Evelyn for season 11? Now, when they posted this, and shout out to Spilling BBWT. They have been spreading so many tips and just different stuff about Basketball Wives, and I follow them. I actually invited them to come on to show me one time, but they work on Saturdays. On Tuesdays. So, but I'm trying to work with them so we can kind of collaborate with, information on what's going on with the Basketball Wives show. Because as you guys know, I love this show. So this was the question. And yesterday they were asking who they want to come back, and I said Kristen and Evelyn. I think that Evelyn took the break because of the whole OG thing. I think that Evelyn was supposed to stay longer than she did, but because of the OG situation, it just got to be a little too risky. And so I think she took a break. Kristen said in her interview today that she didn't even know that she wasn't coming back for this season. And I think the only reason why Jackie and Malaysia came back because this is their actual franchise. So with the shakeup of the cast, it makes sense that Malaysia and Jackie came back and that they got rid of everybody else. What was said, Evelyn needs to stay gone. Without Shaunie, she loses credibility amongst the girls. I don't think so. And I'm going to tell you why. One, Kristen and Evelyn have a good relationship. Evelyn and Jennifer have made up from what we've seen on social media. And her and Jackie have as well. Malaysia and her are cool. So it still kind of gives her that. She's just in a different element because this is not the Miami cast. Young Rich said, don't nobody want dirty coochie Evelyn. They need new people, not old folks. I think that the fans of the show, we do want Evelyn back. And y'all know I'm an Evelyn fan, and I've been saying that I wanted Kristen back on the show since it started. And I'll tell y'all this, I was rooting for Brandi to come back. Y'all can look at my videos from the beginning of this channel. I told them they need to bring Brandi back. Now that Brandi is back, they're doing really well with this season. And let me take this down real quick. They're doing really good. Someone wrote on the internet today that they feel like this is like a therapy session for everybody that's on the show, which it does seem like that. And I think that they tried to change the image of the show because of all the controversy that was going on when OG was on the show. So they kind of just weeded everybody out. I still don't know why they brought those sisters back, but that's a whole different story for another different day. But that's what's going on with that. What else did I have on here? I had this one. I think there was something else that they posted on here. Oh, the Malaysia. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring it up. And let me share my screen. Okay, yeah, this is it. All right, so right now what's going on is that it looks like Malaysia is in negotiation with whether she wants to come back or not. This tweet is saying that the ball is definitely in Malaysia's court next season. She's always welcome to come back. It just depends on if she wants to, BasketballWives. And you can tell because this season she's not really. Everybody's falling out with Malaysia this season, and we heard these stories throughout the year while they were filming that all the girls kind of unfollowed her. They're not really getting along with her. If I'm not mistaken, Brooke, Brandi, Duffey, not Duffey, Brooke, Brandi, Angel Brinks, and there's somebody else, but they all fall. It's four of them, but they fall out with Malaysia. So Malaysia this season is not the fan favorite or the group favorite. Evelyn is good as long as she has an arch nemesis. So who is that going to be? Duffey? I think Jackie's going to be Jackie. I think Jackie will cause issues just for the shows. For the show. So I think that that's going to be cool. I also think that what's going to happen is that she's going to cause Brandi in Malaysia, if Malaysia comes back, to either talk to each other, which is going to cause them to either make up, or it's going to cause more friction, which is going to cause Malaysia and Evelyn to have issues, which I think, to me, that would be interesting to see. I would like to see Evelyn back to stir the pot a bit more. She did seem to lean on Shaunie a lot, though. I don't think that she really leaned on Shaunie that much. I mean, from what I've seen, I don't really see Evelyn leaning on her because most of the time the show was about Evelyn and Jennifer, and when Shaunie decided to show up, I mean, that's what it was. But it's always kind of been an Evelyn show when it comes to that, like Evelyn and Tami and Jennifer's show. It was like because they were always falling out. So I could see Evelyn coming in and shaking up this cast by herself without Shaunie. I mean, who knows? Shaunie may come back this season. That's the next season because Evelyn is back. Because I think Shaunie left because of the whole thing from the last season. I think it was just too much. So we see all this stuff that is happening with them right now. And like I said, Kristen is definitely in the works of talking about coming back. So she was like, she said that there's going to be room for her this next season if she wants to. And we don't want to recast Young Rich. We do not want a recast. We like these girls. Also, y'all know I post like little clips and stuff on social media, And shout out to Brooke. Shout out to Brooke. Because I told Brooke, this is becoming a Brooke Stan channel. And she responded to me on Instagram just saying thank you. And I told her, like, we love you over here. So shout out to Brooke for just acknowledging this. She's seen the clip. And hopefully, normally when we do this type of thing, it does start to build a little rapport with these people. So hopefully we can start getting some interviews from some of them, because I am working really hard on that. One cast member, I will say that she agreed to do it, but then I never talked to her again. And it's not one that I was dying to have an interview with, but whatever. I don't really care about it that much. But I want Evelyn to come back. I think we're trying to say that Evelyn got to act the way she did because of Shaunie covered her. Right. I can see that. I think a lot of people do feel that way. I can see that a lot of people do feel that way. I think that Evelyn was going to be Evelyn regardless. So I don't think that I don't know. But I mean, I can see why you say that, though. I want to pull up another article. Oh, this one. Let me close these. So it looks like Cardi B has hired Angel Brinks after she's seen her getting bullied on Basketball Wives. Now, me and Cindy, we kind of talk about this all the time. I the way that she comes on the show, I don't know if I feel like Angel Brinks is being bullied, but I feel like Angel Brinks doesn't make great decisions for her own self. But let's go ahead and read the article. I didn't read the whole thing. So it says, have you ever wondered how Angel Brinks ended up designing outfits for Cardi B? Well, the Basketball Wives star says Cardi reached out after seeing how badly she was treated on the show. This is from page 6, and I'm actually reading this from Love B. Scott. It says, speaking exclusively with page 6, Brinks revealed that Cardi had her come out to Las Vegas to style her for her first performance at the 2017 MTV Music Awards. She said, I had so much fun with her. The 39-year-old who appeared on season 4 of Basketball Wives LA explained, she knew at the time what happened with me on the show, being bullied and attacked. She was telling me, girl, I hated watching when that happened. Why is it skipping around like this? Oh, because these ads. To you on TV, you deserve so much more respect. Brinks had been picked on by fellow castmates because they couldn't take her seriously as a businesswoman and fashion designer. And they're talking about Malaysia. Cardi, who was also a cast member of VH1 show Love and Hip Hop, ended up wearing a costume, sparkling outfit by Brinks for her performance at the VMAs, as well as a second one for her appearance at the Floyd Mayweather. Where's it at? Versus Conor McGregor fight. I'll always remember that Brinks told us it was her first very big performance, and she came to me. Where's this at? Came to me, so I just feel very blessed. After Cardi B, she went on to dress Heidi Klum, Missy Elliott, Little Kim, Doja Cat, Saweetie, and Megan Thee Stallion, amongst others. Brinks first rose to fame when she began dating 2009 first-round NBA draft pick Tyreke Evans, which is how she ended up on the show. The two welcomed their daughter, and they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But we talked about this because Angel Brinks, they did treat Angel Brinks really bad. I think one reason was because of Duffey, because of Drea. And we talked about this yesterday on the review. Drea brought her in because she called her real friend. And it made Malaysia and Brandi mad because they're like, well, are we not her friend? And Jackie. And Jackie caused that whole riffraff, and it caused Angel Brinks to not, they couldn't do stuff with her. Brinks is the boss. She just needs to remember that. Exactly, Marsha. And like I always say, I love Angel Brinks, but I want to see Angel Brinks happy. And I was on her Instagram today. She's still a rock star. I don't understand that. And I'm hoping that maybe off the screen, he's a better person. But I just for her, I just hope that I hope that he stays with her, and I hope that he treats her better on TV, because he looks like an asshole, like he wasn't loving hip hop, and this is not the time for that. This is not even the show for that for him, and he's on with Angel Brinks. Like, she's so fragile to me, and I don't want to see her really go through anything else. What's going on, Miss Drea? I like Brinks also. Yes, a lot of us like her, or really just don't like him for her. Right. Yeah, I don't like him for her at all. And like I said, I hope that what he's doing this season is for the show. But, and I will agree with Cindy with this, we don't really see the guys on the show like that. And he's not even a husband. So we don't need to see him. I understand they're having a baby. We could have saw him at the reveal when she gets pregnant. I mean, we see that he's not even going to be there for that. So we don't want to see him. And the way that he's arguing with Duffey, none of the men argue with the women on that show, besides I think Jackie's bodyguard that one time. Sassy P says I can't stand him, and Mark says agree. Yeah, we don't want it. It's Basketball Wives. It's not a husband. This is not what is it? A Housewives of Atlanta or Married to Medicine. This is Basketball Wives. We've never seen the men around like this. Even when Chad Ochocinco was on there, we've seen him a lot, but it was like very short-lived. It feels like Rockstar is a castmate. And nobody asked to see that. So I'm hoping that they take a hint from the people that are watching the show and don't let him come back. He needs to stay out of women's business. Yes, Nene voice, exactly what was said. He does. We don't want to see you. And I think even when Duffey said that, she was like, I'm not arguing with no man. And she was right. And I didn't put this on the topics because I've seen this. Like I said, there's so much stuff that's being updated as we speak. So I just want to give you guys like everything that I'm getting while it's happening. So British is in the news outside of what's going on with her legal problems. And go. All right, so it says Basketball Wives star British Williams asked judge to remove ankle bracelet after allegedly losing $30,000 deal with Rihanna Savage's Fenty line. I'm sorry. It says reality star TV British Williams is once again placing herself at the mercy of the court. According to Radar, I'm reading this off of the Jasmine brand, y'all. So shout out to the Jasmine brand. According to Radar, the 32-year-old Basketball Wives castmate recently motioned the court to have her ankle bracelet removed. British is currently on house arrest while awaiting trial for federal wire fraud and identity theft charges. The TV personality is claiming that the monitor is costing her a number of lucrative business deals, most notably a $30K deal with billionaire entrepreneur Rihanna's brand lingerie line, and is asking a judge to conditions of her pretrial release. Reportedly, lawyers for British claim in the motion that her ankle monitor is severely hindering her ability to work. Earlier this month, the entertainer asked a court judge to amend her release terms so that she could travel with the Basketball Wives cast to Mexico. Not only was she denied that motion, but a judge subsequently ordered British to hand over her passport. Wow. Her most recent, her legal team submitted court documents alleging that her ankle monitor cost her a $30,000 brand deal with Rihanna's lingerie line, Savage Fenty. Reportedly, the ankle monitor can't be seen in photos, shots, and prohibits British from showing up to certain appearance obligations. Lawyers for the media personality reportedly wrote in the legal documents, the presence of the ankle monitor creates a significant obstacle that makes it difficult for Ms. Williams to meet her obligations. Ms. Williams has also had offers to appear as a model and spokesperson for products by Fashion Nova and Pretty Little Thing clothing. Again, the offers from these companies were delayed due to the presence of the ankle bracelet. Again, this cost Ms. Williams tens of thousands of dollars in income to which she would have otherwise been eligible, her lawyer added. Lawyers assert that British is not flight risk. She's not a flight risk and has no prior criminal record. A judge has yet to rule on the matter. Do you think British will get the ankle brace removed? She's seeking. Tell us in the comments, and y'all can tell me on this live. What do you guys think? And that's great. I guess they're not even showing the ankle monitor on the show, or maybe she didn't have it yet. But I could see why that would be a problem for her. And I didn't know she had the endorsement deal. I'm surprised Rihanna is even dealing with anybody else from BasketballWives after Drea. So I think that was all the news that I had. I mean, it's a job, right? And I mean, she's going to have to pay court fees and whatever she's going to have to pay. And they're stopping her from making money. I mean, what is she supposed to do? And I agree with you, Marsha. It's a reasonable request. And so, I mean, this also lets us know for the cash trip, she ain't going to be on the trip. So I'm assuming when they had that conversation that they were having for this season, for the mid-season trailer, she was telling them that's why she can't go on the trip. And that would make sense why she's even telling them that, because we ain't really heard nothing about it, throughout this whole season. But I'm assuming somebody's going to invite them on this trip, and she's going to be like, I can't go. So they're trickling out the information for this show like slowly. And I do feel bad for British. I hope that whatever, these charges that she has aren't real. Exactly, Marsha. She will have to pay a lot of fees afterwards, right? If she was really in demand, they would have worked with the ankle monitor. I mean, can she really be in demand I don't know. What's going on, Loki Lounge? Yes, happy hump day. I think a lot of people are liking her this season. And I mean, honestly, this probably could make or break her coming back next season. And to hear the stuff that we talked about earlier on this live, she could be a part of this cast, the people that are leaving the cast. How often do you see people's ankles in photos? But they're saying that she has like modeling jobs and stuff, so it's not really about that. So I think that's what it is. I mean, and then with photo shoots for Savage Fenty, they probably don't really have on clothes. So for that, you probably would see it. Hey, little boss lady, what's going on? She was indicted on 18 federal charges. That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. That's a lot, And I mean, she's innocent until proven guilty, though. So, although that doesn't really work for us skin folks, but it's stopping her from working. Like, I mean, I could tell you a story. I could tell you stories for days about this. Hey, what's going on, Cindy? You can't break the law and complain about not getting to work and make more money. But they gonna want her to pay the bills, though. And wait, what? She better get an OnlyFans and call it. Not an OnlyFans. That's probably why that man is treating her so bad too. And we talking feds, Jesus, right? I feel bad for her, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel bad for her. And I'm just hoping that if she's cleared of the charges, whatever she was doing to get them, she isn't doing it anymore. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. And I mean, even going through this, she still has to take care of herself. Thank God Shaunie brought her on the show to work. I know 2 people placed on house arrest and been able to work, but 18 charges. Sheesh. Yeah, but are they traveling jobs? I think that's what her issue is that her job costs her to have to travel. I think that low down man is involved too. They so hood. Mm. No, not traveling. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what her issue is that her job costs her to travel. So, I don't know what to say for British. I hope that things work out for her. Um, I just hope she's not guilty of the crime. False social security number she used plus checking. That is deep. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Oh yeah, this is America, right? That's what I said, Autumn's mom. That's exactly what I just said. Because they're gonna want her to pay fees, and then it's just like, well, I mean, she's trying to work. Even if she's trying to work to pay whatever she has to pay, like they should let her work. Yeah, I wish her the best too, Sassy Peach. So Deb, this new hair is giving. I love it. Thank you. It ain't really new. This is the same hair I've been had. It's just you can see it. But thank you. But yeah, I wish her the best. Because I mean, she does have her business ventures. I mean, she's doing her thing. She's working on the show. She has the vending machine hair stuff that's coming out. But I'm sure she's doing all the little Instagram marketing stuff and all that stuff. So I mean, she's working a little bit, but I mean, why cut her bag until she's proven guilty? Yeah, I really like her. Me too, and I like her too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like British from the first season, and I was glad she got another chance to be on the show without Sunday and without Jackie being mad at everybody so that she doesn't look like a butthole. So, what's going on, Lakeisha? She said, "I see why Brandi and Brooke want to have babies." Why you see that, Lakeisha? Oh, excuse me. And again, y'all, I wanted to just say, shout out to Brooke again for responding to me on Instagram. The crazy thing is that a lot of them respond to me on social media, like Brooke has, Evelyn has, Jackie has, Jennifer has. So I'm hoping that I'm trying to build a relationship, and I'm trying to work with the other Instagram and Twitter pages that do stuff for them, because that's what happened with the Candy and the Gang show. Was I was working with the other social media platforms. So hopefully I can start working with them so that we can get some more exclusive stuff. Marcia said, just the thought of Alonzo possibly raising her baby with another woman is going to drive her. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I agree with you. But if y'all could have anybody come back on the show besides Evelyn and Kristen, who would y'all want to come back? Who do y'all want replaced? Because I mean, I think we're all in agreement that those twins need to be replaced. I'll say I don't want to see another season of Angel Brinks being forced, or I feel like she's in an abusive relationship. I don't want to watch that again. Royce, they keep saying Royce is not coming back. Actually, that Twitter page I showed you, they actually had said something that they mentioned Royce, and they said Royce is far from coming back. And I've seen it on a lot of the Instagram pages and on the Twitter pages that follow the show. And Otto's mom, Tami, is definitely not coming back because she's working in the industry, which she's been trying to do since I think the 90s. So she's finally got where she wants to be. I don't see Tami ever coming back. Angel and the twins gotta go. Okay. I only want to see Angel come back if Angel is happy when she comes back. That's it. Yes, me and we are always. I want to see Susie come back. Yes, what was said to Susie too. Okay, I do want to see Susie come back, but they said that Susie is not going to come back because Susie didn't really like the show that much, and that because she was always into it with everybody. So they said Susie's not coming back either. I think we will have a better opportunity of seeing Royce come back before we see Susie come back. Just a wild wish, yeah. To me, Evelyn and Tami together is always going to be Basketball Wives gold. So I would love to see them both come back at the same time. I think Evelyn, Tami, and Jackie together was everything. Susie and Royce either. What? OG. OG is never coming back to the show, and none of us want to see it. OG was I don't never want to see OG on Basketball ever again. What about the other Angel? Oh yes, Angel Love. I would love to see Angel Love come back. Yes, I liked Angel Love. I think a whole new cast of girls will be better. I don't want to see a new cast of girls at all. I do not want a new cast of girls on Basketball Wives because I don't think that it's going to work well. My back had a call. I never want Royce again. And you know what? Me either. When Royce starts crying, it is like a dog, a cat, a rat, a bat, a dinosaur screaming at you at the same time. Like, I don't want Royce to ever step foot back on the basketball. I don't want to see her on TV. I can't do it. Hell no. No more OG. Yes, there's no possibility. I didn't really like Ashley. Who was Ashley? Was there an Ashley on the show? I would like was it Gloria Govan? I would like for her to come back. When she cries, it's like, what? Okay, listen. I don't even know. Desmond saved himself. Okay, Desmond was like, I cannot, I will not, I cannot, I am not, I'm just not doing it. My heart went out to Desmond. Period. Okay. I say Royce because she's no punk and she got a lot of drama to talk about now. Plenty storyline tease. She does. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Royce come back. This has to be in the contract that she cannot cry on camera. Okay. I never want to have to experience that in my life. What's going on, Sunshine? I missed you too. I'm trying to go live more, so I've been working on it. I went live yesterday twice. Oh, and y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my vlog channel. Let me get a link because I don't think I have no mods in the chat. Do I have a mod in the chat? I think I do have a mod in the chat. If you have to drop my vlog channel, what about the Goldman? That's what I just said. Not the. Well, you know what? The one was just in the. Actually, I was going to put this up too. Let me see if I can find it real quick because not Gloria, but what's the other sister's name? Laura. Wait. Listen, Megan was a hot ass mess. Okay. I love Megan from Bad Girls Club. I love Megan. And if Megan can come back, I would love to see Megan come back. I don't really think that Megan fit in with these girls that well, but Megan was a force to be reckoned with. So I would not mind it. I would sit there and laugh my ass off because Megan did not. Megan was like, y'all ain't got shit on me. And I'm going to come in here and be who I'm going to lie and say I'm not Jackie's friend, but I'm really Jackie's friend. Laura. Yeah, Laura. Which one was married to the basketball player? The one that was on Miami and they made LA for her. Which one was that? Hold on. Consistently, I'm learning as well. Okay. You remember Megan the Shop read that. Laura, yes, Gloria. So Gloria was just in the news because her and what's his name, Matt? They are cool again. So there's a lot of basketball wives that are popping up in the blogs, y'all. So I don't know who's coming back next season, but I'm almost for certain that Evelyn is coming back from what I've been reading from the blogs and the social media. Drea was threatened by Megan. Period. Oh yeah, she was. She was. Well, it says that Sunday needs to come back. If only way Sunday can come back is if Drea come back. Gloria, and then she brought on Laura. Okay, so Gloria. So Gloria was the one who, yes, Gloria was the one that was in the blogs. I'm trying to see if I can find the article. Matter of fact, let me do it on my phone. This one go faster while I'm on here. Okay, here it goes. Praying that Shaunie won't come back. It's her show. She's definitely gonna come back. Gloria was married to Matt Barnes. Yeah. Okay, so look. It says former NBA player Matt Barnes is on great terms with ex-wife Gloria Govan and Derek Fisher. It looks like Matt Barnes and ex-wife Gloria Govan are in a much better place today. During a recent interview on the Uninterpreted podcast, former NBA star Matt Barnes, 42, opened up about learning how to co-parent with ex-wife and former Basketball Wives star Gloria Govan, 37. Despite public breakup and Govan moving on and eventually marrying with his former teammate Derek Fisher, 47 Barnes explains, my situation played out for the world to see with my ex and the situation, but at the end of the day, we all of us had to put that aside because there are kids right in the middle of this shit. Whether it's blended family now or broken up family, whatever the situation may be, the reality is that at some point you're probably going to have a baby mama or baby daddy. So how do you put your bullshit to the side to realize that the bigger picture is to the kids now? Whether you can't stand her or she can't stand you, none of that shit matters. Once you realize that we still have kids and we're going to be here. My shit played out so public and nasty. I'm really happy to say now that me and my ex are on great terms, and I'm cool with my former teammate that she's married to. Matt Barnes went on to say that he and Gloria had to realize their children came first, despite the conflict they had as adults. At the end of the day, we're all raising these kids. She's my assistant coach on the basketball team. After all the shit we've been through, she is coaching the twins with me. We're coaching our kids together. I feel like if we can do it and our shit wasn't wild in the world seeing it, to me, that should always be a goal. And y'all can look at that. What is this podcast? Let's see. You can see this full interview is called Iman. Child, these people. I'm going to put this up on YouTube so I can see what the name of the channel is. Oh, this is with Iman Shumpert. It's the Interpreted podcast, so y'all can check that out on YouTube. Matt Barnes keeps it real on therapy, fatherhood, and leaving the NBA. Iman amongst men. So check that out. Let me see. Actually, I can drop the link in the chat. All right, so there's the link to that. They should do an all-star edition. So, Kimberly, who and what's going on, Kimberly? Who do you think would be the all-stars of this show? And I mean, you're gonna have to leave Tami out because she ain't coming back. Although it'd be nice, we know we're not getting Tami back. For me, I would say it would be Evelyn, Tami, Shaunie, Jennifer, Brandi, Malaysia, Jackie. That would be the All-Stars to me. We need a new franchise with younger, wilder girls. Call it Basketball Baddies, and feature the hot it girls that are dating current NBA rookies and recruits. Oops, that's $1 million idea. Listen, I thought they tried to do a spinoff of this show. Oh, and I would add Kristen to that. So we talked about this earlier, Lakeisha, but Kristen just did an interview. So Kristen said that she didn't even know she wasn't coming back to this season, but she said there is room for her to come back now. So she's hoping that she will be a new addition to the show. Now, according to Spilling BBWT on Twitter, it's being speculated that Evelyn and Kristen is coming back next season. So I'm going to keep y'all updated from what I get from them and other blogs and channels or whatever is going on, because there's going to be a season 11. So I'm excited to see what the cast is going to be. I think that this cast is good as long as we can get rid of those twins and maybe Angel Brinks. And I'm thinking that we might not see British next season. And that's just me saying, that's allegedly with British, because if the ankle monitor is a problem for her in her fashions, it might be a problem for her in the show, because she can't even go on the trip to Mexico that they're about to go on. So we'll see how that works out for them. That's pretty much all I have, y'all. Agree so that. Yep. Okay. Cool. So, I mean, as much as people hate Evelyn, listen, Evelyn is Basketball Wives. She is the poster child of Basketball Wives, and I'm gonna have to say, I would say her and Jennifer, and Malaysia and Brandi, Jackie and Tami are the top 6 people of these franchises. Gloria didn't like Bambi. None of them really like Bambi. And I'll tell you this, I think me and Cindy talked about this on our review. It's fun. I wish I could play the clip. But that season that Bambi was on, y'all remember that Brooke was on that season too. And when Jackie and Brooke got into it, she was like, Jackie had all these big balls, and then when Brooke got up and was like, got her face, she said, "No, wait a minute, we got to think about going to jail." She said, "I got to worry about no bail money." Oh no, Jackie said, "We got to think about bail money," and Brooke was like, "I got to worry about no bail money. Check my street credit." And she said something. She was like, "You can." Brooke was like, "You can line them all up," and Bambi was like, "Line us up, line us up, line us up." She was like, "Come on, let's get in line." And when Jackie said something about the bail money, Bambi was like, "Okay, y'all, let's calm down." Like, Bambi switched that tone real quick. So they know that Brooke is not the one to be messed with. What was said All-Stars: Evelyn, Jen, Tami, Shaunie, Malaysia, Jackie. What was said, this last 2, absolutely not. I would add Duffey, because I like Duffey this season. OG is not a All-Star at all. And she should never be on the show again, ever. Never. Bambi, no. Bambi was like, right. Because she was waiting to get lined up to get her ass read. But when they said bail money, Bambi was like, "Well, maybe I can't afford to get out. Let me, Jackie, calm this stuff. Let's move." And then you remember that Jackie, they got into that fight that we never have got to see. I hope that at some point after the show is over, like, we get the behind the scenes footage of that fight between Brooke and Jackie. What's going to make it make sense? OG is the ultimate basketball child. She's the ultimate football player. That's it. Mika, is she an all-star or not? Mika, I would love to see Mika come back. Only because Mika could never get her story together. Like, it was so hard for Mika to tell the truth. I understood why Tami was so frustrated with her that season because Mika could not get her right, and when Tami started making fun of her mumbling, I was like, "This is exactly how she sounds." What's going on, Lisa? Why not OG? I like because OG was a problem. This is why. Oh, never again. OG was a problem. OG was making up stuff. Her coins wasn't up there yet. LOL, baby. Right. Maybe if they had basketball wives to Atlanta, she can be that. I don't know how well Scrappy gonna deal with that, but hey. OG is not their ultimate anything but a damn football player. That's all she was. I forgot about Mika. Yeah, what about Kenya? Y'all remember Kenya? I forgot about Mika. She would be fun to have. And you know who else I wanted to see a little bit more of was that Tasha Marbury. Tasha, she was dry, but she was like sarcastically dry. Well, that ain't for me. But yeah, so I would love to see Tasha Marbury. She only got that one season because they were trying to figure out what the hell was going on with BasketballWives Miami. But Keisha she was on the one with Kenya. No, she's like Angel Brinks to me. Keisha was running from. Keisha couldn't handle that. I don't think she's ever going to come back. Ever. I forgot her Mika. LOL Marbury chick. Meeks. I forgot her Meeks. Yes, remember when she said something to Evelyn about headbutting her? I was like, whoa, it was too soon. But OG never started. It was no, Lisa, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. That's definitely not true. And I don't talk about OG because people be mixing up my words about OG. I didn't like OG because OG could not take a joke. OG came on to that first season, and she looked a mess. Her Toji, that swimsuit, the wigs, it all was a mess. And because she couldn't handle it, she called no. Not true. Thank you, Loki Lounge. Not true. Let me do something. Yeah, we just talked about Angel Love. I liked Angel Love. Angel Love, even though you knew she wasn't gonna fight, she had Angel Brings back, and I like that about her. It's okay if y'all are an OG fan. I mean, Toji, she came in looking like, let me be quiet. Exactly. She should have stayed quiet. She could have just read the room a little bit better, and I think she would have been okay because her fashions did change from that when that last part happened. But they made fun of everybody's fashion when they came on, so I didn't like OG. What time is it? I'm gonna drop the link. I got 15 more minutes if y'all want to come up here and talk about this stuff, everything that we've talked about. So OG, Evelyn and Kristen coming back. Who would you want to see come back on the show? Right now, it's speculated Evelyn and Kristen is coming back next season. British and her ankle monitor. What else? Angel Brinks and Cardi B. And I think that was the only one. What's going on, Lisa?
So Duffey, yeah.
What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
darling?
I'm good. How are
Right.
you?
And I know we at the end of Pride Month. I want to say happy Pride to you. And
Thank
I'm
you.
following homosexual and lesbian community out there. I want to
Thank you.
say happy Pride Month because tomorrow will be the last end of Pride Month. So I want to say
Yes.
happy Pride Month to everybody. And
Well, it
really,
ain't for us in Atlanta. We don't even have Pride here in Atlanta until October. So
oh, okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, I never. I'm not in the community like that, but I do support my homosexual and lesbian community.
yeah.
I'm
But
not
you're
into
right.
it.
This is Pride Month though, so you are right.
Yeah, so because I even went and bought the Oreo pride cookies. I thought they could be have rainbows and they like the regular Oreos though.
Oh yeah.
But I really did. But now I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Now I do not want Evelyn to come back. Evelyn, go sit down somewhere. I'm oh no. I don't like Evelyn. I never liked Evelyn the first season basketball wife. I thought she was like a bitch. Okay, I really did. I like she was like a kind of thought she was the queen of the show, and I did think Shaunie
She was.
did favoritism. But
Hmm.
like she said, now do I believe it's compiling for OG and her? But OG was getting some points, so she was just making a little bit of points. She didn't get them all the way in. But I do believe I still love my girl OG. I do. I really do. Yeah, you like that toe thing. Now that was
Hmm.
funny. But
It was
some
funny.
things it was funny. The toe thing was funny because I laughed at. But
And
some
if when she
things,
had
but
that
every
swimsuit
time,
on
but
and her
every
boobs was sitting
time,
like this, that
yeah,
was funny too.
yeah.
And
But
when
let me
Malaysia
explain.
and
Okay,
when
let me
Malaysia and
see.
Evelyn was sitting there with her and her wig was sliding back, that was funny too.
Yeah, it was. I'm not saying that some stuff was funny, but then she started kicking up in gear though. You know what I'm saying? And then they still had a problem with her. They still had a problem. You know what I'm saying? And even when she came back the second season, she got her girl up together, and they still had a problem with her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying for my girl OG, I like it. I really do. I really do like it because she. And one thing I did like about her, what she did in her last season, she put that shit on blast. She had us two phones. I seen it. She was
Now,
quoting what was
see,
said, what was not was said. And I like she did. She bought that stuff about those twins. Yeah, those twins need to go. I said, yeah, y'all kind of get in through OG, but that didn't happen. Then y'all got in through Jackie.
see, that's the only thing that OG did that I like that brought up the twins. That phone thing, and I pleaded my case on that already. You cannot record me and then you gonna sit here and pretend like you ain't doing shit because you're recording me. What if they were secretly recording OG? We would probably hear different stuff from OG. So that's that you can't use OG's recordings because she wasn't being OG.
No, she's not well, but I did like that she did do that because she even said it's some the scenes got deleted from her. But she did say that, and this how I be feeling about the reality TV world. Okay, some things they get the producers and the network get together. Oh, who's gonna be the main star? Who's gonna be the main star? And they do be deleted scenes to make other people look bad.
Well, it's
Okay,
not deleted scenes. I mean, they're recording for hours upon hours. They and they had to squeeze it into an hour show. So it's not like
I'm just saying that some
that
scenes.
you know that when you sign up for the show.
Yeah, that's true, but you don't want to make yourself look bad because, like I said, like I'm just saying for myself. I'm just saying for myself. I like OG. Okay, that was my
Mm.
girl. You know what I'm saying? Was she not the best attractive girl? No, she was not. I may admit that she wasn't the best attractive girl on the show.
I don't
Like I
think she
said,
was bad looking. I just think she just dressed bad.
yeah, but yeah, she did. But like I said the first season, yeah, the first season, her wardrobe and her hair was not together. But the second season she came back, she updated her stuff, and they were still getting her by people like Evelyn.
What
You know
about
what
Evelyn?
I'm saying? So everybody can't sit on dicks for a living. Okay,
Is that what Evelyn does? She sits on dicks for a living.
yes it is. Okay, you know it. Come on now.
Okay, Lisa, I'm gonna say this one time only. We don't do Evelyn slander over here. Okay, we do not.
You got to slide with me, boo. You got
We
to
do not
slide
do
with me.
Evelyn slander
That's just
over
one
here.
time. That's one this one time. Okay, you got to slide with me. Okay. I'm
Okay, so Cindy C said the all stars to me are Evelyn, Tami, Jackie, Malaysia, Drea, and Jennifer. The rest of them are interchangeable.
Yeah, I do.
I
Yeah, I do.
know that, but I know that Cindy accidentally forgot to put Brandi on there, and that's okay.
I
It's
don't
a
like
Cindy thing.
Brandon either. Brandon, I don't like
It's a
Brandon
Cindy
either.
thing.
Brandon's kind of, I'm like Drea. You don't nobody want to hear about your cancer all the time. Talk about
Listen,
somebody else. I'm
but there are
Drea
people.
said,
Listen, there are people who have cancer, who are going through these type of things, and it sits with them. This is something that people need to talk about. And so I would never downplay that. I don't care what it is. Like I just Drea was wrong for that.
but she kept bringing it up all the time.
Well,
Okay,
because
we
she's
know
dealing
what
with
you've
it all
been
the
through.
time.
But we know what you've been through, baby. Bring up another storyline you going on with. Okay, bring up something else. Okay, cause we gotta keep the show going. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you when they first start coming on, my girl Tami, that's my girl. Because Tam got all of them straight. And I'm like, Tam, then a bitch walk, a hoe walk, and a trick walk, didn't know I was married. I like that song. I'm sorry. I like when she said that.
I'm
That's what,
sorry.
yeah, I
Listen,
like Tammy. Only time I didn't like it when Tammy went off a homegirl on that island. I'm like, and then you see Shaunie and them that's sitting there, ain't saying a word.
hold
Ain't
on.
saying
So they just post. So they just posted this. So Malaysia versus British is going to be episode 10. So we got like I think like 3 more episodes before they go beefing.
Chad, who Malaysia ain't gonna get into it with?
Well, Malaysia's up. They said that I think the only people that she's okay with is Duffey and someone. Let me look real quick. It's on this page, but it's Duffey and one other person.
Duff can go. I don't like Duff.
I
Duff
want to
can
say it's
go.
Jackie.
I mean, cause I love me some Jackie. Now you talking about good dream team? I said Jackie, Jennifer, cause Jennifer I was gonna do something stupid and wacky on the show to make you one question like, girl, you ready for real? And then I'm say, yeah, Jackie. If they bring back Tammy, they'll be good. Uh, Malaysia, I can deal with her. You know what I'm saying? But they also can bring back Gloria and Laura too. They can bring back them too. Cause I like the Gloria. I like the Gloria. I like the Gloria and the Laura on there.
Me too. I like both of those. I like.
Hmm.
I liked the one that wasn't with the basketball player. I can't remember their names. Which one
Yeah.
is which?
Now Gloria's married. Gloria was engaged and married Matt Bond
Mm-hmm.
and had
Matt.
so
So
cool and
Laura.
had
So
so
I like
children.
Laura. I didn't like Gloria.
You didn't like Gloria.
No.
I did. I mean, cause this is my thing right here though. Cause when she first got on, I didn't like her. I like her when they did LA's Wives, LA Basketball. I liked her on there. I didn't like the way they did her on the original Basketball when they was living in Miami. Cause
Miami.
especially when she came out the woods for no reason, and then they turned back around. Then they went after her. I said, "Girl, you didn't see this as a setup." Don't
I'm
you didn't
trying to
see this
find it
as a
for you.
setup? I mean, they set it up real good. Cause she went out the wars and then turned back around. Shaunie got mad because she wouldn't take Shaunie's side because they said Laura allegedly was sleeping with Shaq. And I'm like, Glow, that's my sister. I'm gonna take up for my sister regardless she wrong or right. I'm not saying she right about the situation, but you ain't finna sit here and bash her in front of my face though. If you got something to say to her, call up and tell her.
I don't understand y'all's thing with OG. I'm sorry. I was trying to find it for you. It's somebody. It's not British. I know British and Malaysia. They about to get into it. I know Brandi British, Brooke. Who else is there?
I like
Where's
Brooke too. Now I like Brooke too. I like the way Brooke took up for Angela Brinks at that baby shower. She said, "Girl, you
yeah.
dead wrong for that." I'm like, because for
Oh,
me, I'm like
Jennifer. Jennifer.
Jennifer,
It's
okay,
Jennifer.
because I
So
ain't
it's
forget. I
Jennifer
didn't
Brooke.
watch it. I
So
didn't
it's
watch
Jennifer
it
Brooke,
again.
Brandi, and British. They are not cool with them. And then Duffey and Angel Brinks. And then Duffey and Jackie, I think, are the only people who are cool with Malaysia at this point.
Now
Hey,
I can, like I said, I can deal with everybody.
What's going on,
But
man?
I want to second what Lisa said. Happy Pride
About
Month to
what?
Happy Pride Month to all you homosexuals.
I can't get
uh,
the word. I can't get the word EBT. I be
it's
trying to get the words out, but
LG
I can't.
it's LGBTQIA plus.
is
See, I ain't got time for all them
LGBTQINDEED.
letters. I ain't got time for all them letters. See, you just said the
You
word.
know what it means.
Look, I ain't got time for the LBTQ and all that. Right, them too many letters for me to understand.
All you gotta
So
just
I
say is
just
it's
said the
LGBT. That's all.
homosexual. I just said the homosexuals. Be respectful. I'm being respectful of the homosexual and lesbian
Not the
community.
homosexuals.
But but lovable Lisa. Even if you can't say that because that's really still not respectable. Just say like the alphabet Alphabet Mafia. That's another nickname for it. Like it
So
just
okay,
if you
hold
can't
on.
get all the
Okay,
letters.
so
No, do
hold
not
on.
say.
Hold on for a minute.
Lisa,
I'm trying to get this. I'm
you
trying to
know
let
me.
me get
Lisa,
this
Lisa,
right.
There's a
just
slang
listen,
to
Lisa,
it.
just say LGBT. That's it.
Yeah, and just leave it.
LBT.
Yeah.
Yep, LBT is fine too.
Lisa
LBT.
knows I
Okay, I
mess
said
with her
LBT.
every
I
day.
didn't
Close
know.
enough.
See, I see. This is no new stuff I'm learning. I didn't know if you said homosexuality that it was wrong. A
You-
homosexual. I
No,
mean,
I don't.
I
I
did
don't
not
think
know
it's.
it was
The
wrong to say
word is
this,
not
so I
Hold
wrong.
on. No, I don't
apologize.
think it was wrong. I'm playing with you, Lisa, because that was something that was from the movie Mean Girls. They said in the homosexual, so I thought it was. It was from Mean Girls. I liked it.
Well, I ain't. I'm not no mean girl.
No, from the movie Mean Girls. It's a movie
I'm just
called
saying.
Mean
I'm
Girls.
just saying. I'm just saying for me.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not a
you're not.
mean girl
You're lovable.
unless you piss me off.
Well, I think that goes for all of us. We're all nice until we get pissed
Yeah,
off. So
because yeah, but other than that, like I said, Pride Month. But other than that, I mean, we were talking about basketball wife, but I did want to say this on him because I know my brother right here, Devin, he's part of the community, and I do love him.
And I
I love
appreciate
him much
it. I
well.
love you back.
Yes, but now I said my top girls of the basketball franchise is Jennifer, Tami, Jackie. Malaysia can go. Malaysia can be on there.
That's
Malaysia can
it.
be on there. We don't need no Brandi, and I'm sorry about their beautiful and nasty gentlemen.
Lisa, your connection is going bad. We can't hear you.
No, I don't care what those SoDebNair says. I thought OG was hilarious. If OG had a different look and she came and shook the table the way she did, people would be going up for her. But because Basketball Wives is filled with, I don't know, basketball hoes who just have the best hair and makeup and are typically, you know,
So
video hoes.
are the housewives housewife hoes?
Yeah,
right.
Oh, wait, say that again?
Is the housewife hoes?
yeah.
Some of them.
Because y'all don't refer to them as that. They do the same thing these basketball wives do. So let's
No,
not.
Marlo does the same thing that these basketball wives do.
Portia
Well,
did.
baby, this
Exactly.
What?
Portia. Exactly. Portia was interchangeable. She could have been on any franchise of
According to Sheree,
basketball
Candy
wives.
did.
Sheree, no, say Candy's the only one who did not fuck for money. Let's keep that 100. She
she
fucked
She
just
because she
fuck
did.
for
liked
free.
She
money.
Like
I
my
did.
say,
law said, my law said she just fuck for free.
She
Yeah.
did.
Okay, so she already had the money.
I mean, from what, but that's not what they was. That's not why she was mad at Escape from me. Is because they said that she had sex with what's the name's
She did
daddy from
not
that.
have sex with Jermaine's
So
daddy. I'm gonna let her
She
know you
did.
said that the next time you go to the OLG trying to taste test her food. I'm gonna let her
I'm,
know.
I'm no, I'm listen. I'm just pulling up a point. I mean, we're talking. We were calling these basketball hoes, but we're talking about the basketball. I mean, the housewives and every other
Right.
franchise that has wives on it. They all do the same thing.
The
Yeah.
only
No,
person
no,
that
no.
Evelyn
I'm
has
agree with
not
you on
screwed,
that. I agree with you on that. So Debbie, you
the
right.
only league that Evelyn has not screwed is the lacrosse team. And if they had enough money, she would screw them too.
The only reason why y'all know who Evelyn screws is because she actually told y'all that, and she told she'd have a problem
Right.
with admitting that. That's right before she threw that bottle at
Baby,
Kenya
all
for
three,
calling her
all
that.
three major sports leagues.
But
Come
let me can I
on.
just say this really quickly because I know you have to jump off soon. So Deb, Mims, I get what you're saying, and we all have our favorites and people that we don't that we like and we don't like. But
Mhm.
again, you know, I if I don't like anybody who's going to try to end a series that I've been watching since the beginning, and that was
Right.
OG for me. She
Yep.
didn't fit. I'm not saying that she's a bad person or that she wasn't telling the truth, but once again, like so Deb says, on any of these shows, all of them are heavily edited so that they can have a show. So
Right.
to go back and record like hours and hours, and then you're recording, so you can ask the leading questions. It's kind of like being, on trial. You can ask the leading questions so somebody could potentially incriminate themselves. That's whack. Like just so you can prove what point on the show. If you don't like the girl and don't like the show, don't be on the show. That was my problem with
But
OG.
I'm gonna tell you my real point with me and OG girl when that girl came out with them text messages. OG said, "Nah, those fake. Let me get the real ones for you, baby doll."
But the thing is,
I said
but you know
That's
what
a
Christie
though?
good
was
point,
on.
Lisa.
But
Hold on. That's a good counterpoint.
the good point about that was even when after she did that, Evelyn laughed it off.
Right.
Girl, they didn't laugh that shit off.
Yes, they all
You
went
know,
back
She
and said,
she
did.
said,
yes,
nah,
they
no, no,
did.
because whatever the dude name is, Fletcher, whatever his name is, the
Who?
dark skinny dude, football dude. She messed with Evan
Ocho
messing with
Cinco.
him. Jack Cinco, whatever.
Yeah,
Ocho
He
Cinco.
said the text message was sweet. He said the one he sent to OG was sweet. He said him and OG was talking as friends.
that's friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And OG made it sound like something else.
With the text message was fool because she said that because he came out and said it. He
He
But
said
it's
probably
they were
not.
was
talking
trying
as
to get with
friends, but
OG.
she made it sound like
He
that
probably
he
was
wanted
trying
her.
to get with OG on the down low.
But Lisa, but she made it sound like he wanted her.
Right.
How you know he didn't want her?
He
He
did
probably
want
wanted her
her.
on the
You just
down
said that he
low.
said that they was talking as friends.
No, she was talking as friends. He wanted her, asking for more pictures. Stop recreating the past. You doing just what Evelyn did in the jungle. You doing just
So
what
did.
Evelyn did in the
Thank you.
jungle. And
I,
that's
I
It,
the
just
it
feel
is
like,
and
what
but
it is,
again,
baby doll, honey.
all of this stuff is so ridiculous.
Yes.
That's not what the show is about. The show is not about here's my receipt for this and here. We don't do all that. Like it was just so ridiculous. It started to get so off track that it almost ruined the show. So
Yes.
again, I've invested a lot of years on the show. One person don't stop no show for me. So you can go and
Right.
let's move on. And that's what they did, and they've
I get
moved on.
I
And I'm
definitely
glad that they did because one, like I said, had OG had a just took they haze everybody when they come in. Had she just
Yes,
took the
they do.
hazing, had she that took they hazed Tami when she came in. So she's
Yep,
no different.
Did they
Had
haze
she
Evelyn? Did they haze Evelyn?
Evelyn
No.
was on the original cast.
They
So
would not
no.
have hazed Evelyn because Shaunie was fine with her little
You
friend.
don't know that because
No,
she was a
ma'am.
part of the
Thank
original
you,
cast.
thank
She was
you.
on the original
Evelyn,
cast
Evelyn,
of
and
the starting of the
that's why
franchise.
Tammy
Just
There
like
tried
on
to
wasn't
keep
even
Housewives, they
Hold
hazed
on.
the new
So
people.
hold on. Wait. Because I'm a basketball wives aficionado. There were other members of that cast that were hazed, like the little short girl who was a cheerleader. She got
yes,
hazed.
Royce. That's
Royce.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
But
She wasn't a
again,
main
that was
cast
because
member.
Royce was
Yes,
she
she
a
wasn't.
was. She had
Royce
been
was
on
a
the
main
Royce
show
was
cast.
for
there.
years.
There were main cast members, but Royce was not one of them.
Royce
Right.
wasn't a main cast member, but she was sure as hell giving a lot more than they was on a
She
good
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
until she started that crying.
So she started
But
at what?
That
Royce was one
crying.
of the Royce
But you
was
know
one of
what
the
though,
friends. She
Christie,
that like
is that your name?
listen, hold on. Let me just say this. The show wasn't built around a Royce. The
It
show
was
was
not.
built around Shaunie's friends, and Shaunie's
Yes.
friend is Evelyn. So
And
Evelyn
she
helped to get Susie. I remember her bringing in Jennifer and Susie. Like Evelyn started that franchise in
she did.
Miami, and then they spun off and went to LA, and then there was a different cast. But let's be clear, like if I'm an aficionado too, I've watched it since the beginning. That
And
was where the show was
the
built.
main point though, Cindy, is that Royce was never a basketball. She was never like that girl for the basketball people because they were calling her a basketball hoe. She was a cheerleader.
Right.
That was it.
Yep.
Neither
And
was
she
So
was a baby
No,
mama.
Right. Thank
Wait a
you.
minute, hold on, because
No,
Evelyn was
let me finish
Evelyn.
right now.
Time out. Hold on, wait. Evelyn was engaged at least at that time, so that's why they would consider that. But Evelyn
Yep.
made that franchise. She picked them girls, so they
Yep.
weren't going to haze Evelyn.
She was not engaged. She was already
She
done with Kim.
was.
She
Yes,
was
she
not
was.
engaged when she
Yes,
first
she
started. She
was.
had
Yes,
a
that man bought
party.
her that shoe store. That's all she did. She had
It's on the
that
credit.
shoe
If you
store.
look at the first season, it says she was engaged to somebody. It says it on
It
there.
was the
Was
fiance of
They were already broken up by the time the show started. That's why she had that party.
But no, we're not saying she was engaged on the show, Mims. We're saying that she was at least engaged. Royce was never none of that.
she was just the
No, she
baby
was
mama
a
She was a
to
child
cheerleader
Dwayne
mother.
she was a
she was
cheerleader.
the
She
She was
was
a
a
child
basketball
mother.
hoe. If you
yeah.
want to call it that, a basketball hoe, that's what Royce was.
She was not no basketball hoe.
She was having sex with the
She had
basketball
a baby
player.
by the man. She was
So
somebody's
she's a
mother.
basketball baby mama.
She was his child's mother.
So she's the basketball baby mama.
And Evelyn didn't have no kid, but the child she had by somebody else.
Okay,
Okay.
The
hold on.
builder whore.
I looked it up. Right now. When exactly did the first Basketball Wives premiere? Was that 2009?
I want
Oh
to say
wow.
I think it was
Wow.
before that.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Was it 09? I think Atlanta started around 09, right? Dang, we've been watching reality TV for too long.
Yes, I started reality TV with Flavor of Love. Don't judge me.
I
Oh
did
no,
too. Don't worry,
me
baby. I
too.
did
Me
too. I
too.
used to watch Favorite Love and all of them, baby. I used to
Actually,
love
I
them.
can remember watching the original show that Tami was on because my sister watched it and
Okay,
we
It was
always
no,
talked.
okay,
2010. It was 2010.
2010. Okay,
Yeah.
so I looked it up because y'all was talking about the ex fiance or if she was engaged by the time the show started. They broke up in 2008. So
But they were
it takes a full year to
right.
film a reality show. So they probably filmed it in '09, like the tail end of 2008 for the full year of '09, and then
Now you
premiered
didn't
it in
you didn't preach
2010.
it, Christy. Now they weren't together. Evelyn.
No, I know that's what I'm saying, but that's what brought like that was her
The
storyline coming
Housewives,
in
but
on the show.
like y'all are so technical with the show, like it just drives me nuts. When we watched Housewives of Atlanta,
Tammy
everybody
wasn't a
wasn't
damn
married on
housewife
that.
when she first came on.
You
Neither
shouldn't
Who?
have
was
said nothing
Kenya.
about
That's
OG.
what I'm saying.
Then
Like
we
no,
wouldn't have watched it.
all these shows, everybody was not married on these shows, and they're called Housewives and Basketball Wives, and everybody else's wives, mob wives. There's wives, but everybody was not a wife. But they might have been married or engaged, whatever. It doesn't really matter. The point is that Evelyn picked the girls for the damn show.
The
That shit
point is
just
But
actually
that
Shaunie put
too, this
together
one,
a show.
and this is why I hate about them shows. This is why I hate about them shows. Is because how you gonna have a title said wives? They wives, that means you are married to somebody, you got somebody else's last name. Even you are separated. Okay?
Do
they
you have
You're
that
uh
not
same
the
scope for
ex-wife, you're
Housewives of
not the
Atlanta and
girlfriend, you're
every
not
other
the
place?
fiance. Look up the deposition of wives. That
Isn't
means you
Giselle a
are married
housewife
to
of
somebody,
Potomac?
baby. You
hell
you
no,
ain't the
she ain't no
bottom, you
housewife.
ain't
She
the
ain't got no
bottom
man.
whore, you ain't the child's mother. You
Isn't Giselle a
are
housewife of
the
Potomac?
wife.
Giselle's not a housewife. She ain't got no
She
man. She's
showed
an
ain't.
ex-wife.
Exactly.
And when
And her
No,
Shawnee
and,
got on there,
and
she
her
was
and
not,
Jamal
and
was
she was
divorced
not
years before
Shawnee
that show
herself.
started.
I'ma
Shawnee
just
herself was a ex-wife. She was not no house. She was not no
It's not
basketball wife.
called
okay.
She
Well,
it's
was
not
can I
called
an
the
say
X
this to
Files.
Ev?
ex-basketball
That's
wife.
Can I
Housewives of Potomac.
can I say this to
I'ma
redirect back to your original question about why people who should come back? I think that there are two types of Basketball Wives fans. So
mhm.
you have the Basketball Wives fans who are more
There's three.
concerned with like the hair, the looks, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And then you have the Housewife fans like me who like people like Tami, like OJ, who came with just a little bit more intellect. Maybe the clothes weren't on point originally, maybe the wigs were a little shifted. Maybe they wore the synthetic hair, but they're definitely two types.
I got a
I'm I'm
question.
I'm cool. Yeah, sure. It's your channel.
What was the intellect that Tammy and OG brought?
Tami can verbalize a thought. No, let's not do that.
But I'm
Tami
Tam-
gonna
is
say,
very
like, what was the
intellectual.
intellectual part that Tammy gave on basketball? I was like, just give me one.
Um, her ability to verbalize a thought, her ability to be direct and frank in a way that is intelligent. I mean, she's not solving the some mathematic equation, but there are levels to that. Shaunie brought a little bit more of an air of class as opposed to, say, Evelyn, who admitted to, you know, dating people's husbands till she got her own fiance and then she
She
left him
dated
and
that
everything was
someone's
broke.
husband, not people's husbands, a husband.
No, that we know of. That's the one she admitted to.
Well,
We don't
that
know
goes to
how
all of
many
them,
others.
though. That goes to all of them
I
Tammy
just
Amen.
wasn't sleeping with nobody's husband. OG
I
wasn't
just
sleeping
wanna
with
Amen.
nobody's husband.
that
I
we
just
know
want
of.
I'm just gonna say this. I don't want to see Tammy come back, not because I don't like Tammy. I love Tammy. I watched Tammy when she was doing her little guest spots on different actual TV
Why they
shows
gotta be little?
because she's a
I'm
because
messing
it
with
was
you,
just,
Because they
Christy.
were little.
I'm
yeah,
messing
I
with
was
you,
like when she was doing like on the Parkers where she was on one episode
Yeah.
and Married with Children when she did one episode and she was the Meg to Peg. And when Evelyn, I'm just saying this, when Evelyn dressed up as Peg Bundy, I was like, now y'all know Tammy did it way better. But I don't want Tammy to come back. Tammy is so far away from the show at this point. The Miss Pat show, where she is one of the main characters on there, is coming back for a second season. Tammy got
Are
her
they
own
renewed
stuff.
it again?
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
be out August, I think August 11th. That show's coming back.
Is it coming back on like television or back to BT
No,
Plus?
it started on BET Plus. Then they wait like a few months after the season has already been on BET Plus, and then they air it on regular BET because on BET Plus you're allowed to cuss on there and say whatever you want, and
Okay.
you got to go in there and bleep stuff. And then if you have Paramount Plus, the first season is on there too, because they own Viacom
Right.
owns all of that. But
Right.
I don't want Tami to come back. Tami is so far removed. She did what her little stint to do the Real World reunion, which is the show she originally started on. So when people talk about Tami, it's just like she's been in the reality game for a long time. I don't want her to
Well,
come
she
back.
started on the Real World. That was one of the first reality shows.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah,
So
that's
she,
what
that
she
was the
just
first
said.
reality show.
yeah, she's been doing this for a
Yeah.
long time. I don't want her to come back because
Yeah.
she has so much going
Yeah,
on,
she does, and
and
I believe she done growed out of that basketball
yeah,
housewife stuff.
she
But
has.
She done
she's
growed
done.
out
Yeah,
of it.
she's
Yeah.
done of it, and also she's also done with it because she and Shawnee are no longer friends. So she
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
only kept
Well,
coming back multiple times. And let me finish. She
yeah.
only kept coming back multiple times because Shawnee kept having her come back, and like she said on one of the reunions, she was like, "I don't have to be here. Shawnee asked me to come back, or the producers asked me to come back to save your show."
Yeah.
So that's why she came back. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't because she was like not trying to be on, grow, because she had been trying to have the career that
Mm-hmm.
she's having now a long time. So
Yeah, and
Yeah,
this is true.
that's what it is. Yeah, that's they did. They asked her to come back. They're like, Shannon said, I know what I can get. Let
yep,
me see, can I get her Shannon back? And then once she got in the door, like she said, because Tami said, she said, when Evelyn's not around, Shanti is so cool with her.
Mm-hmm.
But when
right.
Evelyn comes in the picture, Shawnee be playing like,
Dropped
I
her like a
don't
hot
know
pocket.
you.
Dropped her
Yep.
like a hot pocket, fresh out the
Yeah, that's what
microwave.
I'm talking about. And so Tammy said, okay, this what you doing? That what you doing? Okay, then I got you then, sis. I'm done with you and the damn show.
Well, we knew
Yeah,
Okay?
it
she,
wasn't.
And that's why I say Shaunie play favorite. She does. Stop playing motherfucking favorite, Shaunie. Okay.
Well, do you
Stop
not have
playing
a favorite best
favorite.
friend?
Huh?
absolutely.
Do you not have a
Well,
favorite
Exactly.
not
best
on
friend?
the show. If it's a business thing, you ain't got no
The show
damn
was
friend.
about the
It's
relationships of the
But the
business.
girl.
show is
It's
about
The show's about
her business.
relationships. Yeah,
She
that's what it's
it's
created the
about.
about
show.
business. It's the business.
No,
It's a
but she
business.
created the
No, no,
show.
The
it's still a
show is
business.
based around their friendships.
Yeah, the show
Well,
is
then
based
I don't
around.
give a cat. But I don't. Hey,
Her and Evelyn
me
been
and
friends longer than
Shawnee.
her and Tammy. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
I
Yep.
think that there's always going to be some form of a division when you see how OG was treated. The fact that Evelyn could throw a bottle at somebody's head and she laughed
Right.
it off, or Tammy could attack multiple people and she says, "Oh, that's just Tammy." But then there's somebody that she doesn't like, who she also employs, she treats different. I
Them
think there is
That's
different.
what
some
I'm
form of
Yeah.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Because she got mad. Evelyn got mad on the
Don't roll your
reunion
eyes
show
so
because
damn.
it's on the show. I'm for real because she
Because this
knocked
is not the
Evelyn
problem.
down.
Y'all missing the main problem. The main problem was none of that. The problem was that
Right.
OG could not take the hazing season.
Right.
That was it. That was on the problem.
But
So
that's a.
so hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. So OG caused problem. She broke up a whole freaking family. Like she really like
Broke
OG
up a
was doing
family.
crazy. I would rather just fight me because she was doing stuff to damage people's like lives,
Yep.
not like petty
Real
reality.
lives, not a
That was the issue
storyline.
with OG. Like it wasn't the stuff that y'all talking about. So I hate this whole thing. Like OG was the real one. No, OG was a destroying mess. She went on there. She let Cece put that battery in her back. She destroyed her whole damn family. And we go on
Mhm.
to the family that's on the show and off the show. Like OG was a mess. And had she had just been cool and laughed it off and did what Tammy did and just glowed up on their asses, she got mad and she was like she was doing too much. And people who have been watching this from season one of Miami all the way up until
Yep.
now, we ain't like it.
But you didn't understand what he just said though. You didn't understand what he just somebody just said. Tammy went off on multiple people and fight them. When Evelyn
That's not
jumped
that,
over the
no,
pipe,
that,
no,
no,
no, no, no, no, no, no.
that's not the root
Let's
of the
get to the point.
problem
Let's
though.
get to the point. Let's get to the point now. When Evelyn jumped on the pipe over a Don table, jump over Don table on TV, then nobody say nothing. You don't know. No, Jennifer's one for gonna get slapped. Okay, everybody get right there.
I
But
mean,
now when soon as OG pushed her ass down in the goddamn wood because she was going out to CC, and
No,
like she
that
said,
what
I'm not gonna let you
Evelyn
put her
slipped.
Right,
ass.
Miss
can
Drea. Right,
can
Miss
I
Drea.
can I talk? Can I talk? Um. Okay. First to the point. Hazing. I don't think anybody should have to put up with it. Nobody should take it. When it comes to sororities and fraternities, that is illegal. and you will, like, your chapter will get shut down for that. So hazing, no matter, like, I don't care if it is just like to the extreme or to what they were doing on the show. No one has to take it if they don't want to take it. Now,
Then don't be on the show.
to
Exactly.
SoDebNair's point, when it came to OG and the putting out that information and breaking up the family, Byron already came out. And I'm not talking about Byron Jr. or whatever that man's name was. I'm talking about Byron Sr. He said this information, because the video is still up on YouTube,
Hmm.
of him sitting down there and saying what needed to be said so the narrative could stop being, well, they did this and they did this and they did this. It was
Hmm.
already said that this information was already known. This wasn't no secretive information. This wasn't
But
no
it,
information that, let me let me finish. This wasn't no information that was not supposed to be told. This information was already out. The whole family knows. Everyone knew that uh what's her husband's name? Code 45, Kristen,
who
whatever her name is.
cares?
I don't like her. Whatever her husband's name is, everyone already knew that Byron was not his biological father. No one said that, this had to be secret or anything else. The problem happened where, yeah, Cece and Kristen, they family, they coming in on the show, they got to have each other's back. Like anybody else would if we are in a family situation. The problem that happened was Kristen had a problem with OG. So if
Hmm.
we family and I'm coming on a show with you, then bitch, I'm going, sorry, I don't mean to cuss on your platform.
Are you fine?
But bitch, I'm gonna ride for you. That's my
It's okay.
family.
It's
At
an
the end
episode
of
of Basketball Wives.
yeah,
So let
and I
me
gotta
ask you a
I
question.
gotta I gotta review them. But
So let me ask you a question then. So what about the daughter?
London, because I remember that. I was like, so everybody's just named after a place. Did y'all travel to London? The whole London situation is just like, are you upset that this information got around? Because
No, she had a whole issue with Cece about the stuff that Cece did to her.
what did Cece do
It
to her?
wasn't even about what was going on with the son.
Okay, can you
She
tell
had
me
an
what
issue with Cece because she basically took the man from the family.
child, and then that came out, and then it was just like, okay, now I remember the situation. I was like, oh,
Right.
Cece
That's
out here
why.
snatching men.
Well,
Cece,
that's why we were trying to let you land your plane. But the whole
okay,
point
yeah,
is, like, there were
Uh,
other issues. And again,
We're in an
no,
episode of
no, okay,
Basketball Wives today. What is
no,
happening?
hold on. Let me just. Oh, okay,
I
you
wasn't even
got the
talking
floor.
about that. So that's why I was like,
Exactly.
no.
I'm
I was
talking
like,
about the problem. The problem I feel like, where OG came into play was Cece confiding into OG, but OG should have left it there and let the family members take it out on each other. It was
Byron
not
told
her
her that.
place to jump in. It doesn't matter. It was not OG's place to
it was
say
not.
anything that Cece said. Period. Point
Because
Okay,
blank.
prior to that, did any of y'all know that?
I didn't know it, and I didn't care
None of
because
us
I
knew
didn't
that
care
because
about
it wasn't our
Kristen.
business. It was none of our business.
Exactly. And none of the girls on the show knew it.
I
And
just
that's why
want
they
to.
were
They were
upset.
all shocked. I mean, they were all pissed. Everybody was pissed. Even Jackie, and Jackie don't give a damn about nothing.
Right.
Everybody was pissed about it because they didn't even know. So it might not have been a secret, but it also wasn't public knowledge for everybody else.
And
So when OG did do that, because she was mad, going back to the original thing that I said, because they talked about how bad she looked, and again, that toe was funny. Her boobs sitting like this was funny, and that popcorn Jiffy Pop thing that Tami said, who was her friend, was funny. All the stuff that was happening with her fashions was funny. And instead of her laughing it off and coming back like, bam, bitch, I got you, which she eventually did, but she had a vendetta towards these people. So that was the issue. It wasn't the fact that what we're talking about. It was the fact that OG came on a show, a platform where she kind of got to destroy a whole show that we've been watching for years. And the people who love the show from episode one, from every franchise up to the last franchise, we ain't like the shit. So that's why a lot of us who are real fans of the show do not like OG because it wasn't that damn serious for you to come back
Right.
with this type of vendetta.
I mean, with the whole, and I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. My thing with OG is like, I don't like. First of all, I don't know these people, so I don't like, I don't know them like that to not like them. I don't know them to not like none of that. Okay,
I don't
none of
like
that.
Evelyn.
Well, yeah, I
Well,
she
we
she
do, because
she
why would you watch it? So
she
either
make
you like
she makes
somebody or
me
you
itch.
dislike somebody.
I'm saying I don't know them personally to say,
None of us
I don't.
do, but we still have an opinion on what we
Can
see on the
may
show.
I speak? May I speak? I just want to get my point across without being interrupted. We can sing together, but we can't talk at the same time. I said, I don't know them personally, not to like them in real life, but on the show, I don't like the character. Now, what she did with that information, even though Byron told her and her man in front of CC and said, I don't care what you say, I don't care how you use it, I felt like that was wrong. But from Byron's standpoint, not my own, from what he said, this had been building for a while. So I'm going to just throw it out there. You do what you want with the information. Should she have said that? No, because that wasn't right. Because nobody else knew that information. I didn't know the information. Y'all didn't know the information. The girls in the room didn't know that information. But she threw it out there to hurt somebody because she was being ribbed over that tacky wig, the fact that the toe was slipping. I'm just like, you can't be putting lotion on the bottom of your feet and not expect your toes not to slip because heels are very slippery. And maybe you need to go to Lane Bryant and get the breast readjusted and get your bra size fitted right, because the book, like, the titties can't be sitting lopsided and expect to come on the show where you got the girls like Jennifer, Evelyn, Shaunie, who coming from their season of Basketball Wives, they was all about the fashions and what bags and what the hair looked like, and do you have the right shoes and what the watches and the accessories look like. You can't come on here on that show and look the way you look and expect people not to come at you. Now, here's the thing. It was either going to be them on the show or us in the public. Now, you pick which one you want to do, and she picked to go after the people on the show. Which, going back to the whole Cece and Kristen thing, the moment Cece and Kristen start bumping, yeah, Lane Bryant, I said it. Y'all go give them business. The moment Cece and Kristen start bumping heads and Kristen started to move away from Cece and decided, I'm going to get in where I fit in with the Bitter Betties, the Rich Bitch Crew, or whatever you want to call them, that is when, Cece, when it came to Kristen and this information and what Byron said, got with OG. And the fact that Kristen was like, well, you were talking about her too. You were talking about her too. Yeah, because at the time, you were my friend. You were family. We were cool. So I'm going to talk a bit. Like, if you don't like the bitch, I don't like the bitch. But that then shows the character of Cece. If you didn't like OG when you and Kristen was cool, what is that relationship like now? But from what I saw per social media, they cool. Now, when it got down to the daughter London and Cece, what Byron said. Now, what Byron said, hold on, because my earphones then popped out. What Byron said was that marriage was already over. They was already done. Mama was holding on. They were still legally married, but they were separated and done, and she couldn't let go. That was her problem, and it's just like, well, then you can't take it up with that lady. Like, it felt like overlap. It felt like she was snatching your daddy away from your mama. But when it came down to what your pappy said they was over and done with, and your mama couldn't let him go, and he found his forever love with Cece, and we see they still married and going strong. So, you can hate her all you want, you can dislike her, you can not have anything to do with her, but it comes down to the two people who made vows that said to death do us part, and decided to not only have you, but your mama had your brother and your daddy raised him as his own. That's where your problem should be at, because Cece could only do so much. We don't know what type of problems they were having before Cece and Byron got together. We don't know none of that. We didn't even get to hear all of that. We didn't get to hear a lot of stuff.
So don't.
Y'all came on this show. Y'all, all this information got spread. That makes a lot of people not like OG. And like I said, with Tami, I don't want her to come back because she got her own stuff going on. With OG, I don't want her to come back because who's gonna be on?
I don't want OG's back either, but I would like her make appearance though. I do like to see her make appearance. Just leave like a make appearance and just leave back out. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
I know Shaunie ain't gonna do that because Shaunie ain't she ain't none of Shaunie's favorite, and she ain't kind of kiss ShaunieONeal ass.
But I have to say this: even if you want OG to make an appearance, it'd be like we've seen many old
she
reality
makes appearances
stars
on her Instagram all the time.
Lisa, I
other...
want you to tell Shaunie's husband Happy Pride Month too.
Whatever. But we saw
because I watched that stuff that was on TikTok. Actually, Nola Reed, listen, Nola Reed sent me something about that man. I was like, wait a minute now, what? Hey, Nola Reed.
So,
I was in shock.
What happened on TikTok?
Hold on, baby. You talking about the new
I can
husband?
find the link. I will send it to you. There is a whole storyline about this man. And listen, I don't know if I don't know what Shaunie is thinking right now, but this ain't it.
The new man?
Yes,
The new husband?
What's
The
I'm
yours?
pastor?
surprised she couldn't smell that he was a homosexual.
Is you a homosexual?
Listen,
With
The
them nostrils.
pastor down to
the pastor. Yes,
Nola, the pastor at your church is a homosexual?
no, that's not at her church. She sent me the TikTok video of the lady explaining all the stuff that's going on with him. Look,
Oh,
it's
okay.
scandalous. It's very scandalous. Okay,
Oh my
It's
God,
right
I'm
up
so
my alley.
lost. But then
what's
again,
going on? At all? Listen,
That's
it
something
will
like
blow your mind what you watch. It will blow your mind.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna use it's somewhere on YouTube.
they did say that Shaunie went to the church and snatched that lady husband.
That's
So
part of it. That's a part. That's a
you
fraction.
know that's a whole mess in itself.
Child,
All I'm gonna tell you that there are
listen,
some people that
baby.
are missing right now.
Missing down
Okay,
to the
they're
church.
missing.
You
Oh
said
my
what now?
God,
Who missing?
down to
Oh,
Nola.
that's right. Nola said she wasn't part of the church. That's right.
Nola, what is going on at your church?
No,
You tell
did he
me.
have a special relationship with the music minister? It's always the music minister. It's always
The music minister is a part of this story.
A damn tambourine player.
Well, I'm just gonna get. I'm
Oh
just
my
gonna get this
God,
I'm
together.
gonna put the I'm
You
gonna put
talking
the
about the
link. I'm
new
gonna put the link to the
husband?
girls thing in the chat now, y'all.
You talking about the
child.
new? Y'all talking about? Come on, y'all talking about the new husband?
Yes.
Oh my girl!
Well,
Ooh.
all these
And
people.
I bet you ain't gonna put that on no basketball wife.
I mean, all the people with the mega churches are getting exposed. I'm gonna
I
just
just
say
dropped
that.
the link to the TikTok in the chat, so y'all can go look at that later.
Um, with the
Child.
OG
And that's
popping
something
up.
come I see. That's something I see. You know who you dealing with, baby. That's something taking a break because you know who you dealing with.
Okay.
You,
So
you,
let's.
y'all talking about y'all they want to date these
Yeah, listen,
bisexual men.
hold on, real quick, Lisa. So when y'all go on to that link, it says playlist. Watch the full playlist because there's like
It's
5
multiple
different stories.
parts.
She does like parts, so she
Hmm.
tells a whole story. So make sure you watch all of them. And thank you, Fifi, for the super chat. So we stealing husbands from the church. Do we?
Yeah, that's the information I got. They
Fifi
said
That's
she
what I'm
was
Evelyn is
talking
down.
about,
They
baby.
said
You
Fifi
got me
Evelyn
stealing
is
for
her best
husbands.
friend.
they said she was
Ooh,
down there.
child.
She made
Now see,
friends.
ma'am. So see, here we go. I'm gonna. This is your time. We do not do Evelyn slander over here, and you know that we don't do it.
They said that Nostradamus, that's what I call her, was down to the church, made nice with the pastor's ex-wife, and
Hold on, this is Shaunie. She said that that
Hold
woman
on,
was a
y'all.
non-motherfucking factor.
That ain't right. That ain't right. They said she. She said her. This is what the people said. That's not what. This is all alleged. But they said she made friends with the ex-wife. She was all up in that lady's house, and next thing you know, the ex-wife is out. Shaunie is in, and then we got a whole new first lady down to the church. And Nola said she ain't doing it. Nola said she. Okay, back to OG possibly coming back. It's not gonna happen.
This is never happening.
It's not gonna
She
happen.
said
Shaunie
You
that
know
gonna.
was
what I'm thinking
established.
about? You know what I'm thinking about
Big
now that
shot.
we've had this whole conversation and this whole full conversation. I think that Marlo and Sheree would have been better suited for a basketball wives.
What
I really
basketball
do.
player have they
Not
had?
Sheree. Sheree's too old. They just do football wives for Sheree.
Basketball, it's
But
Marlo
interchangeable.
would be amazing.
maybe instead
Which
of, I think what you're saying, Mims, instead of doing Housewives, she should have been on a Basketball Wives, and I agree. So that was years ago. That was like 11 years ago.
I
She
mean,
was younger
okay.
then.
Like a
I'm
type
just say
like
this.
that
Her
type of
Yeah,
husband
show.
played football.
I'm gonna just
yeah.
wait.
Her
I'm
husband
gonna
played
Saying if
football.
they would have been better suited. I think,
I
what they
agree.
bring to the show.
Oh yeah.
Calling
I
everybody
mean
a hoe, not really
Marlo
doing
would tear
anything.
these girls up.
yeah. What was her
Yeah.
lackluster reads? Anyway, I'm gonna say this. Instead of naming the show Basketball Wives, they should have named the show Wags. Like y'all, if y'all have y'all ever seen Wags?
I've heard
Yeah, I
of it.
have. It is
Wives
a
and
good show.
girlfriend, yeah, wives and girlfriends of professional
They should have
athletes.
named
So
it
you cover
Wops.
No, don't do that. But it's like wags. Wags is the term used in professional athletes, wives and girlfriends, and hell, even baby mamas. That's that's the term they use for them. Like,
we know, but that show
actually,
came after Basketball Wives.
but
So
that's the
when
show that
I think that was a
basketball.
spinoff of Basketball Wives.
That's what Basketball Wives should have been, covering
it should
everything.
have been, but it doesn't matter. Just like all the housewives, you're not going to change
Right.
the
It's
whole
not this. It's
franchise
the
name
same
now.
thing. It's the
It
same thing.
doesn't even matter. It's like
Yeah,
they're the
it's the same
housewives or the
thing.
Basketball Wives. That's just what they are. It doesn't matter
I
how
don't.
many
I don't
spin-offs they
understand
have.
why the Basketball Wives have to have
but see,
this
that's what it
strict.
should have been called, though.
I don't understand why the
I
Basketball Wives
understand
have
that,
this
but this was
strict
a decade
thing about you
later.
have to be a wife. Like I don't understand that.
Right.
Oh, I never said they had to be a wife. I never
It
said
don't call them a
that.
basketball
You just
wives
said that it should be
then.
called
No,
WAGs.
I
Like
said it
it should
should
be.
have.
That's what I just said.
No,
That's
I'm
what I just said.
saying that before, like, the show should have been set like called Wags. When we were talking about the fact that Sheree and Amarlo, they could have then been on that show before Real Housewives was ever thought of, or if Real Housewives was out before of Atlanta. But I said if that was the case and having them, then it should have just been Wags. That way you could have all the Gwells and not just
So you said for all the different franchises,
yeah.
for all the shows, like the Housewives,
No,
Basketball Wives.
not for the like Housewives. Like, okay,
Well, because it's the
if
same. It's
Marlo
the
and
same
It's
Sheree
the
would have,
same thing, though,
thing.
is what he's
I'm trying
saying.
to. I said if Marlo and Sheree would have been on this type of show, Basketball Wives, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Sheree's not a basketball wife; she was a football wife.
Mm-hmm.
Marlo was, or whatever she was. I don't
She
know
hasn't been
Marlo.
an athlete at all.
Escort.
Okay,
She
so
did take Charles Grant.
well,
The
okay,
football player.
it's none of my like I don't know
And
that
Ted
name.
Turner.
Ted Turner had wrestling for a hot minute, so okay, we're gonna throw him out there. But she said it wasn't Ted Turner, and Ted Turner, old wrinkly ass, said it wasn't him. But I digress. But everyone can't name their show the same. That's my thing. I said Basketball Wives came before Wags. But if you were wanting to have more of the girls, because you had a few of the girls who, they dated somebody in basketball, or they were wives or ex-wives to somebody in basketball, and then they moved on to somebody else in a professional sport, then before the show was ever called Basketball Wives, when they were coming up with the title of the show, it could have been called Wags, and then you could have covered everybody and had Royce as the main character, but that's not what happened. Now,
Right.
back to the point we were talking about.
No, no,
OG's
no.
not.
Hold on now. Hold on. So I heard what you just said, but at the time of Basketball Wives, it was like you said. It wasn't all wags. It wasn't all different sports. They were either a dating, a baby mama, a fiance, or married. Jennifer was an actual basketball wife.
Not a
So
woman of the streets.
Shaunie was an ex-wife. So it was kind of at that time when it came on. At that time, it was all about basketball, and then since then they've all kind of done whatever. So at that time, it was Basketball Wives. They're not going to say girlfriends and fiancés and baby mamas. Shaunie came up with the concept and called it Basketball Wives. So that is why it's called that.
I have
Right,
a
but she
question.
saw Evelyn, and then Evelyn created the cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a
Like
question.
that,
Shaunie.
I just want to know, because now I got to go back and rewatch the first season of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Was Susie, because I liked Susie, and I wish
Me
you could see
too.
her. I miss Susie. She was a good
I
time.
miss her.
Was but
Susie
I
looked
know
like
that
one of them
she didn't have
avatars
a
from
good
the movie.
She does actually. That's a good. That's if they painted her blue, she would be like the Avatar for sure. But yeah, Susie was fun. But from what SoDeb said, she didn't have a good experience. But she was fun. And she was a fun girl. She was funny. She would just say dumb things, and it just made it a mess. And it was funny. I miss Susie too. I
they
like.
said
And
she
she
a
was
nurse now.
always in the middle of. She was the one who created the mess. I feel like a lot of the girls took over Susie's job, but they couldn't
Right.
do it like Susie could do it.
Right.
You know,
Susie was the bone carrier before the bone carrier was Shrek. Okay.
Susie be like,
But she was just
they were
like
like,
a
girl,
good
you know
boss.
that
They
Evelyn
would
said
tell
that you
her
was a
stuff.
bitch, and then she would go back as soon as Susie left the person, she's like,
Exactly.
yo, Evelyn called you a bitch. Well, Evelyn's a bitch. Evelyn, the girl, she just called you a bitch too. Now, y'all under the bitches, we need to talk.
Oh no, but best Susie line was when they were at that dinner and everybody was toasting Shaunie, and she after the toast she
Oh
looked
yeah,
at
what the
me
food
and said, "No more food stamps, right, Tami?"
right, Tami?
Oh God.
That
That
is
was
what the
the
motherfucker
best.
was. Tammy, so what
I
the hell you
miss
talking about?
I miss Susie
Don't
so
give me that
much.
girl
You know
Tammy. Girl
Tammy
Tammy
was
about to
hot.
tear her ass up one.
I
She
miss
Susie,
was
Susie
so
so
hot.
much because she
He was
knew
like, right,
she.
Tammy?
I miss Susie so much. I miss her for those reasons right there. She knew what to say to get them mad.
Yes.
She's just such a ding dong. She was a fun girl. She really
She
didn't
was
mean
she
any
was
harm.
actually the real MVP of that
Yeah,
franchise.
she was. They
Yeah,
said she's a
she
nurse
was.
now.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that. I mean, even Evelyn at one point couldn't hate her. She was just like, that's just like she just doesn't mean
She
she
was.
she wasn't meaning bad. She just didn't know what she
Listen,
you just have to forgive her.
I just want to say Susie crawled so that Sheree could walk. Okay.
Right. And Sheree didn't even do the job correctly.
she
Because she
sure
picks and
did
chooses
not
what.
like Susie.
Because Sheree
I
picks.
don't think Sheree
That's
was
how
meant to be
Evelyn
a
got
bone
mad at
carrier.
her and told
I
her
really
to.
don't think that was where
Sheree
Sheree was meant
fell
to be.
into being a bone character,
I
but
think the
Sheree.
producers made her a bone carrier when she came back because it was like, you're going to have to double prove yourself. When Sheree started that
Right.
show, Sheree planned on taking over Atlanta, and she
Yep.
Yeah.
was mistaken because that was Nene's show, and Nene never got off her neck.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
came back as the bone collector because what else was she going to do? She has no
Yeah.
storyline. She
Right.
has no man.
But like I
Right.
said, you came back, like she fell into being it because it was like, what else are you going to do? But it was just like, you can't be a Susie. Not everybody's a Susie because Susie
Yeah.
brought back all the bones. She didn't leave none buried.
But
And Sheree
but
didn't
that was
even
the whole
stuff
point.
buried.
That was the whole point
Like I
that
said,
made
the
her
only
fun and
time
funny was that she didn't even realize they were bones. She was just talking. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like she was just
Wait,
talking,
Miss
and they would be
Dre,
like, "What?" They'd be
Miss
like,
Dre
"Wait,
said Sheree got fired like 4 times.
right?"
Child, she gonna make it a fifth of this with this season because her and this felon gonna get on my nerves. And her and She by Sheree, girl, you don't even have a SheBySheree.com. It
You
is
didn't like
Sheree
them
Whitfield.
stripper leggings?
She said that there was shit by Sheree.com on the show this week.
No, it is still ShereeWhitfield.com. I was like, she got a SheBySheree.com. Let me go look that up. Nothing.
She said it on
And
the
it,
show this week.
Said she was gonna get
where
one
the
so
show is
bad.
not there, where they talking about them drop it with you.com ain't coming on. Where Sheree ain't coming on either.
I
So
was like, Sheree, I
But
like
I
them
would,
leggings. Where can I buy
you know
some?
what, y'all? Seriously though, I would love to see that girl Kenya come back,
Yep.
because
The
she was
Girl,
like
crazy
stop.
one?
No, I didn't like her.
The
the
What?
crazy
one that
Kenya?
Evelyn threw the bottle at.
The crazy
Oh,
Kenya.
No.
that
She
one
was
who she
so
almost took
funny.
off Shaunie's head. Okay, yeah. Okay,
She
I
Oh.
was so
remember that.
funny to me because remember
No, she
she
was a
was so
weirdo.
she was weird, but it was funny because remember she was like trying to embody Jennifer.
What does
No,
that
Jennifer
mean?
was smart
Like
enough
she
to
was
know to
wearing
get
Jennifer the
away.
wigs that Jennifer. She was trying to wear Jennifer's hair. She was trying to dress like Jennifer. She was talking like Jennifer. They was making fun of her the entire season because it was like she's like a light Jennifer light.
I mean, looking at her wiki, she made out better than Jennifer in her divorce settlement. She
I
got
would
half of his NBA earnings.
I
Did
want
she
to see
change
that
her wig?
woman.
I hope she got a better wig though.
I want to see that woman who kept eating while Gloria and Malaysia were fighting. And Jackie and Jackie kept saying, "Sis, help us, help us."
No, no.
That was the first character that we saw of the definition of just sit there and eat your food. Is that
Yeah.
what you're saying, Mims?
Unbothered.
I don't blame her. She
Yeah.
Unbothered.
said, and you know that, and she make, and she really do. She made much sense. She said, "We sitting up here on this platform, and y'all fighting on some little bitty shit."
That's not her shirt.
Wait,
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I don't mean to cut you off. I was talking to the comment. That's not her shirt. I looked that up. That's not her shirt. Somebody went and put, and not even in her logo, in basic font, She by Sheree on a shirt. And then on some actual joggers on the side, it says joggers.
Well, I just
Wait,
looked
did
it
y'all just see
up,
the
wow.
She by
and she
Sheree
has a
commercial?
What? They
yeah.
got a
Uh,
commercial?
hold
The
on,
I'm
hold
first
gonna
on, hold
find
on.
it.
I
she has
just
two. The first one,
I,
she is. She is that one.
Yes.
well, I just looked it up. She does have She by Sheree on Facebook, and it says click here to go to the site. When you click on it, like you said, it does say Sheree Whitfield, and then underneath wellness, I'm sorry, fitness, wellness, and lifestyle. But in the corner, on the upper left hand corner, at least it is a logo that says She by Sheree.
At least she got that. I
Yes,
just
she
looked
has
up
that.
Kenya Bell. She got
That's
a
what I'm talking
private
about.
Instagram.
I mean, this one, and I really didn't like this one here because no, Tanya and all rest of them talking about well then she just do this the face of droopy by drop by whatever you call her
Drop it
name.
by
Did you say
drop
droopy by Dre?
Yeah, whatever.
drop it with
Y'all
Drew.
so wrong.
Drooping
Y'all
by
not so
Drew.
real.
That's better. Let me tell you
Y'all
what.
messing with Drew.
That is the best
Y'all
thing
be
I have
messing with
heard.
Drew.
Drop it with
Yeah, Drew.
Oh, being the face of drop it
Believe
with
she
Drew.
can, believe she can, cause I don't believe, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I don't believe, really, that Kenya on her hairline, that none of these people on this stuff, they are the face of these lines, okay? They are the face. They get a percentage of their company, just like Drew get a percentage of that exercise program. She get a percentage of it, okay? And so she just be the face of it. Stop pretending like these stars are going out, like these girls on these reality TV show got their own lines and stuff. Okay, come on. You already know somebody else got that line with Kenya because you remember the first time King put display that stuff, it was water in them damn bottles. It wasn't nothing in them damn bottles but water.
It was,
Come
but
on,
that was
man.
still her
That was
company.
just a dis.
Now
That was
They
that
know
was
what
That
still
you
shit,
that was
won't
still
that
do,
her
was just a
Lisa.
company.
display, but per Kenya's word, she
yeah.
doesn't have a team, so that is why she's so backed up
Yeah,
on deadlines.
that is her
Nola,
company.
Nola, them joggers is not by Sheree. It's just by somebody who took the word joggers and put the quotations around it, like it was said by Sheree, and made them and put them on Etsy.
Yes, and I'm
Um,
agreeing with Prosperity Thick Girl. This is a slideshow.
It
right.
is.
When you type it
Nice
in,
talk
it
about
does.
thick girl. Hey, thick girl 40.
When you type it in like shebysheree.com, it does take you back to she
Mhm.
Whitfield.
ShereeWhitfield.com.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it still has
.com.
the logo on there. You just
It
can't
But
says
purchase
it's a
she said on
slideshow.
the show, but she did say, like you said that when she said on the show, you said she'sbysheway.com. But see, that's a
It
lie
says
though, so
when
she's
you click
lying.
on, hold on, I'm about to put this on here so y'all can see. This is funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like,
Her
Hold on.
where's the
website.
purchase?
Yes.
I'm like,
Hold
Man,
where's
I
on.
the
ain't purchasing
purchase
nothing about them
of it?
folks, girl.
She don't even. The thing is, y'all know how I build websites. What's funny to me is this. Even like when you type in a website, like the header should say the name of the business.
Yeah.
It just
Mm-hmm.
says
Mm-hmm.
home my site. So that's the first problem. That's the first problem that I see. But you go here, it says learn more about She by Sheree. Click more, and it takes you back to
It's
the
just
top.
more pictures of her. Yes, it's just more pictures of her. It just, I mean, and this
It
has
says
been a decade
wellness.
long, right? Like, I mean, it's just so it's just funny at this point. But
And
like,
I
what I
Wait,
don't
but
like
look,
about what,
hold on, look, guys, it says wellness, right? And it
follow
just
your
says
passion.
follow your passion. Learn more about Sheree's fitness wellness program. Like
Wait,
there's nothing here.
wait, but when you
yeah,
when you
These
like
are
when you
good
first
pictures though.
yeah, good pictures, like good
good
pictures. And it was
pictures.
like as a photographer, I was like, there were some good pictures.
Yeah.
But look at like I went back to the site, and when you first get on the site, you know that pop up thing where it's like never miss an update, sign up or subscribe here. Why am I
Hmm.
subscribing to this? You ain't got no
Right,
products. Why am I subscribing? I
So you
don't
can
right.
see
know.
pictures of Sheree.
I can see that on Instagram.
That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, and they want to get down on my girl named Drew. Man, y'all keep me and Drew out.
Oh, you know what? Y'all, okay, I know what's happening. One, she might have built this herself because this should take you when you click on wellness, it should take you down here to her Instagram.
Okay,
This is an Instagram
okay.
page. Um, and but it takes you when you click about, it does take you here. When you click the wellness, it doesn't take you down there. It should take you down there. It takes you to her contact page.
But it's so crazy too, so Deb, because I'm like also like if you're gonna, I mean, I thought that they said on this season we're gonna see a fashion show. If she already, because they finished the season, right? So if she already
Yeah,
had the fashion show, you would think that she would be smart enough to at least stock some basic stuff for people to get.
but the
Like she
thing
said, like the
but
water
Cindy,
bottle and the
the
yoga
problem
mat.
is that she actually said on the show on Sunday that go to shebysheree.com. So people probably went to the website and this is what they see.
Right.
And I'm just gonna say this, lady. I saw like the cute little mat. I saw the leggings, and I was like, "Do they sell those on Amazon? Can I get me a pair? I like those." She had the
Yeah.
You
little
like the
water.
stripper leggings? You want the legging to go up
Yeah,
the
we
crack
need
of
some
your
stripper leg
behind?
now.
Don't judge
But
me.
every girl can use a good stripper legging, baby
That
doll.
was a stripper leg.
Nola said maybe they'll be out in September, and I'm thinking maybe spring, September, summer. Fall.
Summer
No,
and
don't put that
fall.
on my birthday
Fall.
month.
But you
Don't
know
put
who
that
she should
foolishness on my
call?
birthday month.
Listen, who she should call is Evelyn. Let's go back to Basketball Wives because Evelyn, all the Housewives girls are wearing Evelyn stuff to work out in. She has Portia King just had it on this last episode on Drop It by Drew. So she should call Evelyn so she can get her joggers out.
I mean, if anything, if I could say
Are Evelyn's
anything,
joggers crotchless? Because that's what I imagine from Evelyn.
Oh man,
Well, Kenya just had them
stop.
on Housewives this week, so
and I can say
I
anyway,
thought she
Kenya
looked
butt
kind of
look good.
tacky.
Oh Lord. I'm just say this. I'm gonna say this about Evelyn, even though I don't see it for her. If she not gonna do,
hold on, real quick. Anna's mom, inbox me on Instagram, and I'll send you all the information.
I'm gonna get off
All
this
right, go ahead.
website. It's trying to put that
Yeah.
website is trying to put something on me.
This has been really fun, guys. I gotta run. I gotta prepare for my own stuff. Evelyn does have crotchless joggers. If you want to
That's
know.
doing
Vince, you're breaking up. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Bye, y'all.
And I'm gonna hop off too. So Deb, I just had to jump
Okay.
on, to save hopefully a little bit of our girl Ev and to kind of clear up some of the stuff with OG. Not that she even matters because we've moved
Yes.
on and we're on to this season. So
And we gotta come out
hopefully,
swinging when we talk about Evelyn. And I love that I have a teammate for this, so it's okay with me.
I love
Child.
you,
I
and I'll
love you,
talk to
Cindy.
you. Yes, I love you. I'll talk to you on Thursday. I'm sorry, on Tuesday. We'll be back, guys. Bye.
Yes. Oh, Cindy,
Yeah.
there is a new episode coming out this week.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'll be
Yes.
ready. I'll be ready.
Oh,
We'll
what's
be
up?
ready
What's
either way.
happening?
Either we'll review an old one or we'll catch this new one. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Well, I'll inbox you.
Okay, sounds good. Bye,
All right.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Y'all have a good week.
I just want
Yes.
to
Let
say,
me get up
OG.
off here because I'm finna get ready to watch my Beverly Hills Housewives.
Oh hell.
A Beverly Hills wag, like y'all say.
Nah, they just housewives because not one. Well, no, never mind. I
Yeah,
don't know
because
who they got.
Prosperity girl, don't do it.
let me see, Garcelle. Well, Garcelle's
Well,
my
no,
man. Who
I
else
said
my
I
man?
love Garcelle. I love Garcelle. When you see what is that lady name? She is so pretty. The other black lady that Garcelle brought on with her. Will Smith's ex-wife.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she supposed to be coming on there tonight too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
I'm
can't.
just
They said
saying for
Erica just had to
myself,
sell her
baby
diamonds.
doll,
So
and because I just got to talking. We was talking about Nene earlier on
what she
Sherelle
do now?
World, and about her lawsuit. Come on, she ready to settle. I said they're not ready to settle yet, child. With you, they
I
gonna
thought
kind
she.
of keep it going. But like I said in the chat, and I mean what I said that I truly believe that Sudden. That's why they said. That's why I believe they deleted some scenes from Sudden and Crystal talking because they don't want all this racist stuff to get out. Like that stuff with Jenny from Salt Lake City. They didn't.
Oh,
They didn't find that. They didn't find that when looking. Somebody else did. What it is?
yeah.
What it is?
Oh no, Miss Dre said, "Let me see that cup again." So did.
Okay.
It said
Yep.
tonight before.
I like cups like that.
Well,
I
they took
do.
Jenny's
You need to go
niece.
get you a cup back thick, girl. That's what you need to go get you. Go get you a cup back thick, girl.
I
And
know,
tell
I know, I
Evelyn
know.
to get one too.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Thick girl.
You want a cut by thick
I
girl?
know.
Yeah,
Who on
she
it?
makes
That's
she
you.
yeah she makes
You
Listen,
got
really
one?
great.
I'm on my way. I'm in the process of moving, but once that's over with, then I'm gonna get mine because I do collect tumblers. So
Hmm.
Yes, and you drew drink cognac, so you can get one of those glasses too.
You
okay.
got
Uh,
one?
I don't drink cognac, but listen, I'll get one.
so Deb said, I don't do the dark liquor. I don't know what y'all talking about. Okay, I don't
Listen,
know
I
that
do
person.
vodka and tequila. That's it.
I
Not
don't
a
do
lot of
none of it,
tequila.
but
Cut
I'll
by
make you a
thick
damn
girl.
glass. I
Who
make
Um,
said that?
glasses. I make wine glasses, tumblers, water bottles, anything you want. I do that for you. And
I need,
Sheree
I
can
need
do
to.
the
You know what
same
I
thing.
need? You know what I need, this girl? I need
Huh?
an Evelyn tumbler.
Hey,
You
for a price, for a price, I
a
will make
price.
whatever you want. I don't dislike her that damn much.
I'm gonna just wait. Let me say this about Sheree. Let me say this about Sheree. Sheree, if you
Right
ever see
needs to hold
this,
on, Ricardo. Can you tell her to go? We need to first tell her to get a cricket machine
yes.
because the cricket machine will take care of all your labeling problems and all your goddamn logo problems. I use it
Right,
every day.
right.
I got two of them, girl. You want to buy one?
You
Okay,
know what the
and then
crazy part is? Is that she can actually go on printful.com
And get
and
them to me.
upload her logo,
Thank you.
and she ain't gotta do shit
and
else
they yeah,
besides put
and
it
they
up.
yeah, and they
Thank you.
create the merch, and that's why I would say this because
It ain't that damn hard.
She
prosperity
lazy.
prosperity told you to get you a goddamn cricket. She got two if you want to buy one, and it's not for like it's not. She ain't gonna ain't no sales going on. You got to pay the actual price that thick girls say you got to
The
pay.
price is
So
the price.
so Deb told you where you can go to just upload your stuff. And I'ma tell you, cause it's just like, girl, what are you doing? I said Elder Be Damn one time on Nola Reed's channel, and it was less than 24 hours. I had the merch already up on
Okay,
Teespring.
listen.
So what are you doing? It took me less than 24 hours. It's taking you
That
over
cricket
13
work.
years. And we haven't seen not a damn thing. So Sheree, you're disappointing me. You could have
Uh,
really been focusing on your business instead of this made up storyline with the felon. Now, thick girl,
what's her name?
why do
Miss
you
Thick. What you said? What's her name?
Big girl.
Girl.
Thick girl. Where do you go and purchase your stuff?
On my IG page at Cups by Thick Girl.
Cup Cups by Thick girl.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
IG. Okay, I'm gonna look it
yeah.
up and I'm gonna look it up.
Thank you,
Okay,
babe.
Thick
I'm
girl,
look it up.
why
I
is your
like
app?
support everybody. I support everybody, whoever got something going on. If it's in my budget, if it's in my
Mhm.
budget,
They
I'll
reasonable.
try to purchase something.
I
Thank you. I
say
appreciate you and everybody else that has.
I
Yeah,
say
The
this:
link
girl.
in the chat.
if you
And
can't afford it, you know, share it because your shares is getting out to somebody. I like to
well,
tell
I
people
can
like,
share it, but
yeah,
in my public, where I always share my tweets and everything, girl. And in the morning, I get my praise. I send everything out early in the morning, midday, my prayer service for everybody, and I put the sunshine up there. And let you know, good morning, baby, good day to you. We want
mm-hmm.
sunshine in our lives early in the morning with God.
But the reason I have, oh, I'm sorry.
I put your link in the chat,
Why is
thick
your
girl.
avatar
Thank
a
you,
Happy
baby.
Meal?
Because I was in Scotty
Oh, girl, that
Live
was I had to leave. I had to leave.
and they were on my nerves. So
I I
I'm
had to
always gonna be an ass.
you know I
So,
had to I had to leave from over there because it was making my head hurt. It was
What
making
child,
me.
happened?
the
It was
lady that threw the damn that got mad because the dude wouldn't give her kid, ain't bring her other
Oh
kid.
yeah, 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 yeah,
That
yeah. I'm
that
sorry.
bull crap. That's why the Happy Meal right here.
and
That
Scotty
explains
had it
that.
like had an open call sesh like this, and it was like come up and say your thoughts and your opinions on the whole situation. Now
I
I
didn't even
went up,
want to be a black woman no more at that point. I was like, I can't. Y'all taking me under.
so I went up there first, like with the first 10 people or whatever, and I basically said this: it's not his obligation to feed the other children because those are not his children, and by law they don't go together. Even if they went together in the past,
Not
by
by law.
law you can't
Not by
claim your
law.
boyfriend or girlfriend on your taxes, so y'all don't go together by the per the law. The law say y'all don't go together.
By
I
law.
said they don't go together. He only
But
has one child with her. And, the man did say, I could take him to get something to eat. She said no. He said, well, can he come down to the car and we eat together and I send him back up? She said no. I said he not obligated to take care of those children by law or just by morals. His morals, not my morals. Because those not his kids. He only got one obligation, that's his child to live in her household. Now, I said, if she is overwhelmed and really going through something and she can't take care of all four children, if it is possible, send your son, whose father is obviously around, if he can take care of his son, send him to live with him for a while, and then y'all set up some type of visitation to figure out how to get the child to be able to see his mother and his siblings. Now, by the time I got off and everybody else came up on who was like saying, oh, he was wrong and that he should be helping her take care of her kids, and then they was putting 20 on 10 because it's like they was a couple. I was like, when we find out they was a couple, we didn't know none of this stuff. Y'all just inferring about all this stuff. They was like, y'all don't have no empathy for her, and I was like, I didn't have no empathy for her. I said, obviously she going through something. And I threw out the Monique situation. I was like, if she's going through something, do like Monique did. Monique knew she wasn't mentally well. She sent her child to go live with his father. Now
No, but
everybody,
go to work.
now now everybody had a problem with Moniz for that. But it was like, well, she thought about the kid more than she thought about herself because she felt like he should be in a space where he wouldn't have to see her going through her stuff every day. But then they was just going off about how the people who came before them had no empathy. That's the
Look,
thing. It was just like, I wouldn't do that, speaking for myself, but that was how I was raised, and that's how I came up. My own morals and my own stuff.
you was raised not to be out here busting it wide open for everybody. You would stop having so many dates with people that don't take care of their
Girl.
kids.
I'm
But it
sorry
was
about
just
that
Roe
so
versus
Debbie. I don't
Wade
know what
is
happened.
real, has been overturned, and goddamn pills are in short supply.
I
I'm glad.
think that honestly, I think because she knew that he comes every other day and does this, and he must be coming at the same time because she knew he was pulling up. Why
Exactly.
couldn't she could have simply just texted him or called him and said, "Hey, I know you're bringing him some food. Here's $2 or $3. Buy a pizza or something like." Instead of
Right.
that, so that it makes sense. Like it's not his responsibility to take care of your
and
kids. And
and
although it's a nice gesture, but
Mm-hmm.
if he don't have it, then
Thank
why is he
you.
expected to provide
yes.
for everybody else in your household? To me, it's taking the burden off of her to
Putting it
not have
on him.
his food.
Right.
And then
And
I
but
do.
my thing is, all she had to do was take that food upstairs. If back in the day, Mama would have divvied that thing up, let us know that's a snack
But
until we could find dinner.
he even said, "Just bringing my son, he eat the food in my car."
Right.
So
I'm
the
not on
problem
her side
wasn't
at
that she
all.
brought the boy food. The problem is one, maybe she was hungry, or maybe the kids were hungry, but she
Exactly.
could have just communicated that, and it could have made a big difference. So to me, like
Communication is
trying
key.
to, because I saw when I was in Princess's chat, I seen the different opinions or whatever, but to
Mm-hmm.
me, it was about the communication for me because
Exactly.
you knew that he was coming. You knew what he
Hmm.
was going to do because he's been doing this every other day for however long. Just communicate with the man and say, "Hey, I know you're bringing this food. This costs $4. Here's $2 other. Can you get us a Little Caesars pizza or something?" Like
And that's
communicate.
the thing. She was too
Don't wait
ready to blast
to
him.
record me.
And I
She
Can,
was
just
can
too
I
want
ready
to.
say
to blast him.
this is the only
She
reason?
didn't want it to be civil. She didn't want it to be anything good. She stood in that door and said, I know he
Right.
coming. He kept saying it. She just kept saying it. And I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna show everybody who he is. No, you showed us who you are, because your damn nails are done. And you keep talking about your food stamps don't come to the damn 11th. So you
Right.
shouldn't have got your damn nails done until you had food stamps till the 11th
Right.
and got some money from somebody
Amen.
else and got the nails done. But
Amen.
your kids eat first. And even
Amen.
still, instead of throwing that food, she should have divvied it up like I said. When I said that's a
Right.
snack, and hold y'all over until I can get y'all something else to eat. Take that top off that cup, get some other cup. It's ways to have made that work. She didn't want to make it work. That's why it did not work, and that is on her.
And I just want to put this out there because I didn't do the research
Well, hold
this
on real
time.
quick.
Somebody.
Hi, Autumn's mom.
Hi, how
Hello.
you
Hey,
doing?
babe.
Autumn, how you
Listen,
doing today?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I actually saw this story on different platforms all day today, and I have my own way of feeling. I'm about to share it with you guys, but my daughter brought it to me, and I said, "Yeah, I saw it." She and I disagreed on it totally,
Hmm.
and it kind of made me lose a little hope in humanity after listening to people go in. Now, let me just start off with this. First and foremost, let's start with everything we can agree on. The mother was absolutely dead wrong. The way she approached it, her tone, temperament. When you go at somebody like that, nobody probably want to do anything for you or your kids or anything. Okay, so she was dead wrong. Yes, her nails was done. I don't know what she's doing with her money. Absolutely horrible the way that she displayed what she displayed. The fact that she tried to put him on blast in front of everybody. All of that was 100% dead wrong. But and however, where I draw the line at is I'm the kind of person, I don't care who you are. I'm not going, especially if you're a child, I'm not going to know that you're hungry and not feed you. I'm not going to, I have to worry about whatever with your mother later. She's
That's most women.
obviously, yeah, trifling this, that, and the third. But so many people and kids get abused every day. And then they pop up on the news and then they say, oh, well, why didn't this person say this? Or why didn't somebody do that, this, that, and the third? But somebody, a grown adult,
know that this child, these children, now it's three extra ones, you're saying that your kids are hungry, and me not do what I can to feed you. Yes, it's not his obligation. That's not his responsibility. But just as a human, how do you then say, okay, well, just give me mine and I'll go in the car and feed that one? How are you able to sleep at night knowing that three others may not be able to go to sleep with their bellies full or at least something in their stomach? To me, it was horrible. And yes, first of all, why are you buying kids McDonald's every day? That's wrong on a diet sense anyway. But
But that's his
okay,
right as his father though. That
I
okay,
might
but
be the time, but that might be the I'm
Well,
being
and I
okay,
think
but
I
honest.
think
That might
that
so
be
you
that
could
it.
that
take
might.
that same money that you bought that number six for that cost about $7, $8 and possibly bought a large pizza. You could have went to say Aldi's and got a frozen pizza for $10, $15, whatever, and
But
fed
that's not
all
his
three kids.
responsibility.
Once
They
You say
again,
you
like
just
I
can
said,
take
we're
him
not.
to
I'm
we
not
gotta
talking
apologize.
about
Hold on, y'all. We can't all
responsibility.
talk at the same time.
Right. I'm not
I don't
talking
want to
about
finish.
responsibility and I'm not talking about obligation. That's why I started with we know it's not. It's not his responsibility. But just as human beings, isn't it? Aren't we supposed to look out for one another? Aren't we supposed to what you do for the least of these? What happened to charity starts at home? Like,
I
how do
didn't
you
say
know?
responsibility.
Charity does starts at home, but what it
with
seemed like
charity
is
said
this
on she
mother
can take
is
a
it
goddamn
seemed like
leg
Hold
those
on,
clothes.
other
Lisa.
kids, it seemed like those other kids have deadbeat daddies, and this is the one daddy that do, and this mama trying to make him responsible for all of them kids. Now, that might be, we don't know that daddy living situation or where he
hmm
at. You know what I'm saying? But he might have budgeted to himself, okay, I could spend this $7 to feed my child or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that is his responsibility and his obligation. And I'm not type of person. I was always taught you don't go in the house with food for one person if you don't
hmm
have enough to feed everybody. That's the way I was taught. That's the way I
Hmm.
was
That's how I
hmm
was
raised.
brought up.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I was raised. But you come on now. How many times we done seen men be taken advantage of by these women trying to be nice and helping them out with all of their kids, and then it becomes expected when it's not expected for that man to
hmm
do.
And I
That's
totally agree with you. Yes,
and
it's
so I'm looking at the fact of, ma'am, if you have plus you on that food stamp application, you getting over $1,000 a month. Why your kids hungry? Probably because you
okay.
selling them.
And I also want to
Hmm.
say this too.
Probably
I think
because you selling them. If
But
you
let
can
me
I
can
said
I
spend
the
ask you
doctor
another
80
cleaned up.
to
question?
$100 on them acrylic nails, you should be able to feed your other three
Okay,
kids.
okay. Now on another note, then we wonder why everybody is walking around with mental health needs, this, that, and third. Think about what it does to the other kids to have one child get and then they don't get. Yes, it's not his responsibility. It's not his fault. But just because you got a trash mother, I'm not going to pile on top of it and make you feel worse and do for one and not do for the other just because it's not the right thing to do. Children don't understand that. Children don't understand,
So they
hey,
can
your
kids
mom
are
shouldn't
hungry.
have had you if she couldn't afford to take care of you, this, that, and the third. But as a community, when do we say, okay, we got to look out for the babies, whether you birth them or not? Not
We
saying this is
always say that.
But let me ask you this though, Autumn's mom.
But in
My
this
thing is this:
situation, we talking
all
about
the
this
time that she
situation.
spent on, all the time she spent on setting up that live, recording him, knowing he was already coming, she could took all
You.
that time to call that man and say, "Listen, these kids that I have in my household haven't ate. I don't have the money right now to do it. I know you're going to bring my son some food. Is it possible for you? Because the way it was set up, and this could have possibly happened, but the way she set it up, it doesn't sound like that. What it sounds is like she's tired of him bringing food for the son. How does he know what the living situation is for these kids in his house? How does he know that she don't have the money for them to eat? Because he
you,
knows that she gets food stamps. So how does he
right.
know that she doesn't have them anymore? I
No,
think
you
that
absolutely right.
this
Like
is
I
a
said,
two-way
the
street.
mother was trash the way she went
Yeah,
about it. She was horrible. First of all, you don't want something from somebody and come at their neck like that. The way
right.
that she did all of that, she was horrible for that. That's hands down, period. There's no argument. There's nothing. I agree with everybody with that. I'm just saying, okay, now that we know that these kids have a trash mama, When does someone say, you know what, in spite of your trash mama, there's still 3 other kids that are in this house that's hungry?
But I'm
Let
And
me
just
be
that's
saying
why
when
right
I
he
back.
got
said,
there.
that's why I
But
said
what I'm saying
divvy
when
the
he got there,
food
he may
up.
not have not known that though.
Right, I get it.
Right. And
I
that's
get
why I
it. There
said
had
divvy
to
it
be
up.
communication. And then what you said as far as maybe he only had enough money for whatever. Listen, you know how to stretch a dollar. You can get a pizza that costs much less than what McDonald's is selling a Happy Meal for.
He should be
Come
doing
on.
that
And
though.
a pizza could
But
fit.
She
here's my
should be
thing.
doing that
Here's my
though.
Because
thing.
And
Hold
he
on,
maybe
hold on,
he
still
y'all.
didn't give
find
her
out.
the money because that's what she does. She doesn't do what she's supposed to do with the money because that's
I
what I'm
didn't say
thinking.
anything
That's
about giving her the money. I said you could have brought
what
a
I'm saying.
pizza.
But who know he
But
had
okay,
time to
and
do
in the
that though.
same
We ain't
token,
got
Hold
what he
on.
time to
could have
do
Hold
done,
it.
on, y'all. We can't
it,
hear y'all because y'all both talking at the same time. So
let
let
me just
the
say
girl go.
this.
No,
Let me.
no, let the
We,
girl
we
go.
I'm
can
Let her
say
sorry.
go.
what he could have done, but we don't know his situation. We giving her a pass on her situation, but we ain't even tried to understand what his situation was. We don't know what that man was going through. We don't know if that man was leaving work. He was just trying to go to work. We don't know if that man a day worker. He get paid every single day, so this is what he got on the day. We don't know none of that, but we giving her all these graces, and she's the one that got the 4 kids. She's the one that got her nails done. She's the one that went to the door with the camera and act like she was ready for a confrontation from jump. She's the one that threw the food instead of putting something in her kid's stomach until she could get them some more. She's the one that did all this, but we supposed no. We keep giving them passes. That's why they're gonna keep doing the same thing.
Okay, but see,
That's
I
my
think
whole thing.
that's
But we
where
supposed to be
Okay.
the kids. That's why I said divvy it up and take it upstairs. Don't throw it away. That was the dumbest move she could have ever did.
but I get what you're saying, but you're misrepresenting what I'm saying. I didn't give that woman not a pass. I didn't say anything that she did was right. I started off by saying she handled the situation totally wrong and he has no obligation to do nothing at all. I just said on a human aspect, when do we start looking out for children? The children are innocent in this. They have nothing to do with the mother's bad everything. Everything that she
That's what I'm
did
saying.
was
How do we
wrong.
know he had time to do anything
Oh,
besides what he
but
did?
like
That's what I'm saying.
Or how do
what
we
I'm
even know
saying
that
is
he
just
didn't
like
know
So
that?
Debonair said, if there would have been communication, had she called him,
Exactly.
just like he stopped at McDonald's and picked that up, he could have stopped at Little Caesars and got a large pizza for six
Exactly. But she
dollars.
didn't do
Like I
that.
said, she
But hold
did
on.
everything wrong, is what
No,
I'm
I was
saying.
wrong. Let me say this. What if this is like their thing that they do though? Him and his son, and he
Hmm.
that like to me, I don't feel like the man knew what the household situation was, because to me, even like he wasn't like he wasn't like F those kids. It's like, well, let my son come outside eating in the car or whatever. It wasn't like he didn't respect the fact that she had other kids in the house. It was more of this is what I can do for my son right now. And I get what
No,
you're
I get.
saying. And
Mhm.
but and something else that you said, it's like, well, why doesn't he think about this before? Like, why didn't she think about that with the food stamps before? Like, I feel like I totally understand where you're coming from, but it's
Mhm.
almost like he has to be conscious and have responsibility for her kids that are in the house. When in reality, that's not his responsibility. That's hers. And if she's able to do all these things for herself, then she should look at her, not him. Because for me, like I've seen this a lot where I have a lot of friends who have different fathers of their kids. My homegirls, like they take care of their kids. I've never seen them do this type of thing because
Thank
they want
you.
to go without before they let their kids go without.
Hmm.
And I
Thank
feel like
you.
she doesn't have that mentality. Now, is that her kid's fault? No.
Nope.
But is that the other father's fault either? It's not.
Nope.
Because honestly, as a father, if I have a kid by other, a mother who has kids by other men, my responsibility is to my kid. So I'm not going to walk in thinking, oh, well, her other kids didn't eat. My personal time, maybe this is my bonding moment with my son. We like to eat the number 3 on McDonald's. Like, that might be our bonding time. I'm not coming to your house to bond with these kids. My other question was this: why does he have to come to her house every other week? Why can't he pick up his son?
I'm a I
Right.
I want to throw this out because I found this out as just scrolling on TikTok for this video
Mhm.
because somebody else did the digging. This wasn't me this time. Somebody said it's not every other week. This is an everyday thing, and the
Every other
son.
day.
It's
This
every other
is
day.
no. This is an everyday thing when it comes
Mhm.
to him dropping off food. That's what the
Mhm.
person like found out, that this is not an every other day, every other week thing. This is an everyday thing, and that the son is the one who calls him for the
Oh,
food and says, "I'm hungry. I want some food. Can you bring me something?" That's what the person said. Now, I can neither confirm nor deny that this is factual, but that
mhm.
is what's said after they did their own research, that this is an everyday thing where he brings his son food and that the son is able to call him and ask for food. Now, when I said something about the situation, I pointed out when I was on Scotty's, I was like, this is like, first of all, it's very bad communication. But this could have been a situation where you called him beforehand, if especially if you know this is a everyday, every other day thing, and you know what time he's coming, especially so you can meet him at the door to record him and everything. Hey, like I know you bring him food and everything, but I'm like really low on funds. I ain't got no food. I'm not gonna be able to feed them for today or tomorrow, whatever day it was before her stamps came on. Because she said the 7th, then she said the 11th, and I
The
was like,
11th. Yep.
I'm gonna need you to get it right so we can, rock with you. But it could have been a conversation of, hey, I don't have any stamps right now. I'm a little low on funds and I really need to feed all the kids. And like, I know you bring him food. So is there a way that maybe you could just like go to the store and get like some, I said it, get some spaghetti, like get the stuff to make
Spaghetti.
spaghetti
Yeah,
and
that's
put
the first thing I
stretches.
thought.
Get something
Couple
that
of
will
days.
stretch.
Yeah,
Couple things like,
some packs of hot dogs. I mean, we could have done
Pork and
the
beans
baby.
and hot dogs. We lived. We lived. We
yeah,
still here.
What about what
noodles.
about noodles? Like, there's
Mm.
so many different things that could have happened. And the fact that he brings food to this son every day, she could have been like,
And but the thing
listen,
is,
hold on, wait, because
by
listen,
bringing food
she could
every
have said
day,
this. Hold on, the girl. The thing is this. She could have said, listen, I know you bring him food every day. Can you just bring groceries to the house for me
Yeah.
to make these meals? You know what I'm saying? But she put so much time into embarrassing the man instead of being honest. And to me, that's where the problem comes in for me. It's like the way you communicate is how this is going to work because people get tired. And if my
can I
son is
say
calling
this?
me because he's hungry, I'm going to feed my son. If you can't, if I don't, because how does he know that the other kids don't call their dad and say, "Hey, dad, can you bring this?"
That was my whole thing. That's what I was about to say. So, Deb, how do we know that he knew the other kids weren't eating if she didn't, if she only blew up this one? We don't know what happened before this, but she was eager this day to let him know she don't get
Right,
her food stamps till the 11th. So we don't know if she told him this before or
Number
not.
7th.
But you don't know what that conversation was, but that was just crazy. Her energy, and then to throw the food away, it took me under because I'm like, now every fucking body hungry. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my
You
life.
hungry, the
Now,
kids
so
hungry.
Deb, now,
yeah,
so Deb, like
mhm,
I guess, like I said, when I saw the different commentary on it, whatever, it was initially because of this TikTok that went viral, but the
mhm,
conversation turned into people calling in and saying, "Okay, well, I'm only taking care of mine. I don't care what's going on in the household with other kids, this, that, and the third." And that's what struck me odd. How can you see a kid in need and then turn your back? Like, anybody can knock on my door anytime and I'm going to feed whomever
right,
for whatever reason. You don't have to give me your life story. I don't care whether your nails are done or not. If I know a baby's hungry, I'm going to feed that
gonna feed
baby.
him.
And then
Right,
Amen.
see, it turns
Yeah, I
Amen.
into
don't
a
get that part.
society
That's how
issue
I was
where
raised.
people say that it's not their problem or it's not his problem. Or if it's not his problem, it becomes our problem.
right,
Because just like we discussed so debonair one time we was on here and we was talking about a student of yours and
mhm,
how, you get these students that come to school and they're hungry or they feel some kind of way and they don't want to go home because they feel in some kind of way at home, this, that, and the third. So it turns into bigger issues. Yeah, today it's a burger at McDonald's. But if
mhm,
somebody don't step up and you see that you have a neglectful trash mom doing the wrong thing and just saying, okay, well, I don't give a damn about her and her kids, um, somebody should care about them kids is all I'm saying. Yes,
right.
it's not his
All the mom, I'm
obligation.
sorry.
It's,
Because that's not, I didn't see them things. So you was coming from I didn't see, the only thing that I
Yeah.
saw was he was right, he was wrong, he should have did this, and just because he
Right.
need to help her, he shouldn't have nutted up in her, and he shouldn't have gave her a baby, he knew she had other kids, and that's the way they was going. Because I see anybody, adults, kids, whoever, That's just me. But the way everybody else was going, they was going in on him, like, and making him out to be the trash father because he only wanted to feed his kid. Like, that makes no sense to me. That you are mad because he wanted to feed his kid. Like we were saying, we
Right.
don't know the other circumstances, but I didn't hear this other. Oh, I would just let a kid go hungry because that's trash. That type of man, I don't know them men. I don't know
No.
Right.
them men,
And
and
that's
I don't know these women that are like her either. Them not my friends. I don't have friends
right.
like that.
And to
Like
be
I said, I
honest,
didn't think she
and to
did
be honest, the
anything
shame on
wrong
the
in
people
this
that's in her neighborhood
scenario.
because they heard her outside yelling about her
Hmm.
kids not having food, and they sat there and listened to that. If there wasn't no food that was put on that front porch or knocked on that door after that, that's a problem as well because
Yeah,
clearly the lady don't have no the means to feed her children.
ain't
And
got
to
no
me,
sense.
like, and to take it back to what you said, I was mom. To me, I do see a difference in that because I spend time with kids, so I know that
Hmm.
we don't
Hmm.
know we don't know what that man knew when he went to that house or what goes on there because we don't, like I said, we don't know if them kids call their dads and ask for food or whatever. To me it sounded like a mother who was hungry and because
Hmm.
she don't get to eat and she was tired of having McDonald's that day and it was over because she smacked it out of the man because Beth believed to me after that camera went off she picked that food up off that ground and she took it into that house and ate it,
So they
but
about to say the same
that
thing.
drink wasn't a problem. They probably got juice and she would just drink water. There was
Kool
nothing else.
Aid.
Like I said,
So I
I've
just
been
don't. I
through
to
that.
me this can
Um,
go. This scenario can go so many different ways.
Hmm.
But
yeah,
Hmm.
to me, the way she handled it and the way she set it up, as a
Right.
viewer, as someone who has compassion for children and for families, she made people look at her worse because she should have
Thank
never
you.
done that.
Yeah.
yep,
Right.
Thank
I
you.
that's true.
totally, like
I
I said,
mean,
I totally agree with you 100%. I said once I saw that, and then I
Yeah,
listened to other commentary around the internet, and people
right,
were calling in and they were saying other things and then taking it into, oh, well, that's not my responsibility. And my baby mother, when I go get my son, I don't care if them other kids eat or not. And I'm sitting there like, wow, that's what we're coming to as a society. You
right,
could really
But
yep,
see another child in need and really
But
don't
can
care. And it wasn't just one person saying it, it was again and
there's a
again
lot
and
of people.
again. And I
but
just was like, wow, that's horrible. Like when we have natural disasters, people want to take up funds and collections and the wars that go on, you taking up billions of dollars and sending it here. What happened to helping someone you know? Not your obligation, once again. But
Right,
me personally, I can't see someone needing. And I'm also the kind of person that grew up, you don't do for one kid unless you can do for all. And that's just goes for the same as nieces, nephews, cousins, whatever. If I'm going to take one, I'm going to take them all, or nobody goes. You know what I mean? I'm not
right,
going to have one kid, do put something for one kid and then have the other ones looking and feeling some kind of way. And then we wonder why people have mental health problems and depression and, you know, the S word and everything else and feeling less than. Like, come on, it starts somewhere.
right.
but
And
but can
I
I
agree with what Princess
like
said.
just like the lady
She
just
said it was our.
said.
Hold on, real quick, Lisa. I agree with what Princess said. She said it was already our problem when she got on
Yep.
welfare, and that's
Hmm.
true. I don't think that people look at that and say, "Oh, these people need help." And this is the thing because even hated when people were kind of talking about my neighborhood. I live in the damn hood. I don't give a damn about
Yeah,
admitting
you
that
and me both.
same.
because me
And
and
I
my
love you.
neighbors we look out for each other all the time. Like my neighbor, she has a daughter. If she gets home before her mom gets home, she has a safe
Come to
place
your
to go.
house.
If she don't have
Hmm.
something at home like butter, sugar, anything, she can come over my house and borrow, and vice versa. If I need a ride somewhere, or if she needs some, like we look out for each other. The people across the street are the same way. Like we look out for each other. There's you go to other places, you don't get that kind of atmosphere. So
Hmm.
I definitely get what you're saying, and I think that my mind definitely went to off the jump was did he know? And if he did know, yeah, okay, now I can switch my mind frame on the situation. But to me, from what happened, she put too much time in this video
Yeah.
and not enough time into saying, look, I need help.
can I just
Or
say
finding
this?
something to eat.
Can,
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead, Flo.
let Lisa go. Go ahead, Lisa.
Huh?
I thought that was Nola
That
talking.
was
That was
Nola.
Nola.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
can I say this? And I agree. I agree with everything the lady is saying about as far as community. And how when things happen, we all want to donate, right? Across the
Yep.
land, across the waters, across the seas and the oceans, and wherever else in the multitudes, right? But
Mhm.
we have to also look at what society has become today and why people don't feel as inclined to help people at home anymore, because it's become a point where people just expect you, because they having hard times, they expect you to do without them trying to get out and do on their own. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, if this baby mama, and I don't know this lady, I don't know this man.
Yep.
If she had enough to do this ignorant shit, excuse me, I don't want to curse. The ignorant foolery that she did with that camera and that live, she's probably have done way more ignorant things that we didn't see off camera. And that can be off-putting when it comes to the fact of I have to deal with you because I have my child. But I've known men who have been in listen, we not together no more, but it come time for school clothes. I'm gonna give you this
Mhm.
amount of money, spread it around to all the kids, cause the other kids. But then when you get to acting stupid with that man, then he like, you know what? I don't have to do it no more. Like you're not appreciative of what I'm doing. I don't have to do it no more. And it bothered me. Like no, like I said, I wouldn't have left no kids hungry. I'd have just went picked up my child. Me and my child would have went for a ride, went to the McDonald's ourselves or whatever. I
Right.
wouldn't have showed up with one food. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But it bothers me that you really mad at this man for showing up with something for his kid, but not the rest of your children. But why you not blasting their daddies for not showing up too? Because the same way he showed up for his kid, those other men plus you should be showing up for theirs.
No, you 100% right. That's
You
what I
you know
said.
what I'm saying? That's
Everything,
like that's
yeah,
like
things
you
he
have
did was
some
wrong.
people. I've seen it.
Hmm.
I see the situation all the time. You have some people who you have multiple kids. They have multiple daddies. This daddy wears Jordans, right? This daddy might wear Reebok Classics, but this daddy, because I wear Jordans, might feel like I'm not gonna put my kid in nothing less than I'm gonna wear. So
Mhm.
they buy their kid what they want their kid to have. Now this mama mad because the other day they buy Walmart's, but how they look, they got Walmart's. Well, he's not responsible for that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to, for me as a mother, right? And I mean, I don't have multiple dads. My kids all have the same dad. We had, and I can speak about the shoe issue because that was the issue we had. I feel like these kids' shoes feet grow too fast for you to be spending all this money on all of these different pair of Jordans that 2 months later they're not gonna be able to fit. But he felt like, you know what? I'm not gonna be out here looking like this. And my kids just went, and I was like, well,
Mhm.
I was when I was going to school, you had a black pair and a white pair. A
Back to
black
school.
pair of Nikes and a white pair, or a black pair of K Swiss
Mhm.
and a white pair. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have all of these
Okay,
multicolored this,
Swiss
that, and the third. And it's not needed. But at the same time, you know what? I could knock him from doing what he wanted to
at
do,
all.
for his kid. I understand that if that's the standard of living where you at and what you want to do, you feel like, why would I have my child on some less than, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine,
Mm-hmm.
but you cannot blame one father. If you have a baby with a bum and you turn around and have a baby with a billionaire, that billionaire is not responsible for the
The child
bum being a
from bum.
Oh
bum.
yeah, but the billionaire better.
I'm not, I'm saying that billionaire's better,
No, but I
No,
but
I
the
understand
get
everything
billionaire's
exactly
you
what
not
just
you're
said
saying. Like
because
I
responsible for that
said,
bum being a
hmm
bum. Now, would it be nice to have the kids on equal playing
hmm
and footing? Yes, it
Uh
would be
huh.
nice to. But the problem this day is it's hard to be nice to people these days,
Hmm.
because the
well
first time you're nice, from then on, you're now
they play you.
obligated. And that's the
Hmm.
problem. People don't understand when a person is doing the act of kindness versus being obligated. And nobody is obligated to do anything for you
True.
And I tell
or
my
your
kid that since
children.
birth.
And she was dead ass wrong, and that's trash. And I'm still trying to figure out, because every state, I know for a fact, if Raggedy Texas, who don't help no damn body, is still giving pandemic food stamps, know wherever she at is giving pandemic food stamps. So she probably getting 1,000 plus. How you don't have no money to feed your children? And the same way, if this little boy is picking, if my child pick up the phone and call me
I'm
and say,
coming.
"Mama, I'm hungry. Can you bring me something?" Da, 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 da," I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna get
go
mine.
to my child. I'm not gonna leave my child hungry. We don't know if those kids are calling their daddy. We don't know if those kids' daddies are deadbeats or not. We don't know. So
Right.
people saying he could have bought a pizza, he
But
could have bought this, he could have
but
bought
can
that.
I talk about the
We
part
don't
where the
know that
lady
man's
said
schedule. That man could have been on his way to
when
work
the
trying
lady
to
said
rush and bring his kids something.
what's
And
wrong?
like you say, well, let them come out and eat it. And I understand people saying children gonna feel differences, but guess
Hold
what?
on.
If they fathers are not involved, they're gonna feel a difference anyway
What?
because that child has a father that's involved. And whose fault is that? That mama and them parents, not that parent who don't want to be there.
I'm
And
gonna tell
she
y'all
should have
like this,
known.
But
She
can we
should have
talk about
known
the
whether or
part?
not he was able to even do that
I've been
because
through
before
that.
she even
Hold on.
made that scene out front of the house. Because let's say that this was this man's last money, and when he said, "Yo, let my son come outside," she's made a whole scene. So it make to those other kids in the house, it makes him look like a trash person. With maybe like, what if he didn't even eat that day? You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
none of that was like she didn't think about none of this, and maybe she did, and she just wanted to be an asshole that day. But there's so many different scenarios that we can have with the situation because we
That
don't
it
know the
But
full
is.
so
story.
then, can we talk about the part where she said, "You knew what you was getting when you got with me. You knew what you was getting when you had another baby."
Yeah,
Like Roe versus Wade is overturned. Pills are low. Stop. We can't. It's not affordable anymore. Stop it. I made sure when my kids were growing up, all of my kids' father take care. My kids are good, but I always said, just in case Daddy ain't gonna be here one day, I gotta have my kids certain to a certain lifestyle. And if Daddy leave, they can still be at where they at. That's the way you gotta think. It's not
Yeah,
nobody else's
you,
job to think like
you
about
right.
your kids but you. Like they say, mama's maybe, daddy's maybe. I've always been.
And then to
I gotta
another
make sure
thing,
my kids are always
Autumn's
gonna be
mom was
good.
saying, what about the community? We don't have community like we had back in the day,
No,
right? So here's the problem. People want to have community and not you or the mama. You want to have community when you want me to support your child by with my money by feeding them or buying these raffle tickets or whatever, for the school stuff or whatever, you want me to be your community then when it come to me spending my money. But when
but
it
I
come to
can't
me
correct
telling you
them.
your child acting an asshole, when it come to me telling you your child is being disrespectful, you don't want me
Not
to be
here.
part of your community.
I get
Mm-hmm.
what you're saying,
See, we can't have it both
but see,
ways. Either
sometimes
we
when
gonna be
you
a
do,
community or we not.
but
Either we gonna
when
raise
you
the kids
give,
together
you,
or we not. See, I could
true.
be
But
part of
when
your
you give,
community when you
you're
need to
supposed to
borrow
give
some
and let
sugar or
go.
whatever else you need and you can't feed your child. But I can't be
But
part of
see,
your community when your child out here cussing and I'm telling your child, watch your
I'm
mouth.
gonna beat your
Now
child.
you won't come
right.
knock on my door and fight me.
But see,
I just want to point.
when you give and let go, you don't really have that issue. You know how many people I've helped along times, like any and everybody, where if they needed stuff, they didn't even have to ask. If I know you're in need, I will go out and do for you and make sure that your kids are taken care of. And that's that. Now, I would
Somebody
drive
can't do
myself
that.
crazy. I would drive myself crazy worrying about, well, wait a minute. She got her nails done, or she driving this kind of car, or she got this boyfriend. Why she can't call this one or that one? At the end of the day, that's not my responsibility. What's my responsibility and what I was called to do as a servant of God is to make sure that on my watch, no child is going to be hungry and I know about it and have the means to do something about it. Now, what you do with the gift that I give you, that's on you. You have to answer for that just how I have to answer for what it is that I do with the information that's given to me and falls in my lap. After that is that, I can't because then nobody would get help.
God also
Nobody
told me
would
not
get
to
help.
be no fool.
I want to
God
point.
you
also
know
told
what?
me not to be no fool. God told
But
me
you
not
know
to be
what?
no fool at the same time.
Yeah,
Because you're not
that's
gonna
right.
keep getting and getting and getting and you're
Uh,
not doing what you're supposed to do with it. No, that ain't gonna
uh,
work for me.
excuse me,
Okay, but
talking
then
baby
when you say
girl.
be a fool, what's the harm in that? The kids are not hungry. At the end of
Kid
the
not
day,
hungry, but
that's
but when is mama gonna step up? If everybody keep helping mama and taking care of everything for mama, when is mama gonna get her ish together and realize
Amen.
that she got
Amen.
kids
I'm
that
gonna
she
tell you
need to take
something.
care of?
Excuse me, I have been in that place where the mother, because I, well, my mother had custody of my sister kids, but I never been there personally. But we was in the same boat, and people used to like. Sometimes people say my auntie used to tell me all the time, Lisa, it's not his responsibility.
okay. Listen, guys,
That's
my
what,
child just
no,
came
no,
in
no,
here and
hold
told
on,
me, hold on, my
That's
child
what
just
I'm
came in here
saying.
and
I
told me that
understand. I
she's
get it.
hungry, so I gotta go feed her. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
Okay.
All right, bye,
Thank you.
Alma.
Bye, Mom. I'm
I
just saying, I have been on both sides and I have seen both sides. One thing is true, and I agree with Devin here and everybody else on the. She should have called him and said, "Oh, your son said bring you some food. Can't you go buy a pizza or something?" And like
I don't think
everybody
she
else,
knew
if you
that the
don't
son was
know,
calling him.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So it got to be somewhere down the line. It must be some miscommunication on somebody's part.
It's not no
Now, in this
miscommunication.
part right here, she might have her kids taken
It's a
away.
misspending. It's
She might have
misspending.
her kids taken away because now you put it on TikTok, you put it on live, making everybody know your business. Now
I,
you already getting the status already in your bid because you getting food stamps. Did you
listen,
how you
I'm gonna
heard that,
say this
baby
because
John?
I gotta go soon because me and the candy shop got a show at 9 o'clock. But listen, I do want to say this. I do agree with what Adam's mom was saying, but on the flip side of that, I do want to say this. Because I think our prosperity the girl said it. It does become a point where it becomes a crutch when everybody else is helping because there's no way you spend
Mhm.
$1,000 worth of food stamps and these kids don't have food for the whole freaking month. And if you cannot handle that, then give the man who's bringing the food over there the food stamp damn card and let him bring the food over there so the kids have food to eat. And that
Yeah,
solves your whole damn problem instead of you over there doing whatever you're doing with these food stamps because everybody, the village can't help you if you can't help your damn self.
yeah.
sure can.
I just
Amen.
wanna I wanna say this. At some point, like Nola said, me being nice to you and helping you that
Yeah.
one time for you becomes an obligation. I didn't
Yeah.
go through the same thing with like, oh, because I ain't got no kids, okay? I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay child free for as long as I can.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
have no
sorry,
kids.
You
y'all.
better.
I got to go. My fault.
Okay.
I got to go.
I don't have
Love
All
no
right.
you.
kids, but I have a niece, I have nephews. My niece and my nephew, the youngest niece and nephew, they share a mother. My oldest
Mhm.
nephew, different mother. But when they are all together, they get done for exactly the same. So if this child is wearing this, the other two will wear this. If this one child is eating this, the other two will wear this.
Mhm.
Because that's how it goes. Now when it comes to I was nice this one time and now you feel like I'm obligated to help you every single time, not the same situation. But when I was going to school and I worked at the front desk, it would be like, okay, you have to, if you have something to do or if it's an emergency, you have to find somebody to cover your shift. Honestly, a couple days before, but if it's really bad, you got to find somebody to cover that shift. I would be
Yeah.
that person to be like, you know what? I need the hours. I ain't got nothing going on. I'll cover the shift for you. But
Mhm.
at some point, me being nice and saying, I could do this, when my stuff started coming up,
Ain't nobody want
there
to do it.
was a there was
Mm-hmm.
a time where, okay, my father passed away. I needed someone to, cover the shifts. I was like, I'm gonna be gone these 2 days because it's a hop, skip, and a jump over to where the funeral is gonna be. We not the It's like maybe an hour away, but
Mhm.
I have to go before.
The
I just
right
need
investment.
I just need two people to cover these two shifts. I will be back on Sunday. You don't need my Sunday shift. I'll be back. I can work my shift that day. The person who No, the people who y'all are my friends. When y'all
Girl.
need me to do something for you and you ask me nicely, I go and I help you as much as I can because I let people know. I'm gonna help you as much as I can. I ain't got no money for you. That's one thing I ain't got. I ain't got no money for you. But if you
Yeah.
need me, I'm there for you. When I needed them, it was, oh no, I'm going out of town because it is Labor Day, or my birthday is coming up, even though their birthday was that Monday and this was over a weekend.
Mm,
but I want to spend my birthday with my family and I'm just going to leave early and come back on my actual birthday. So it was like, okay, I see you. But when it came down to them needing me to do something for them, it was an obligation for them. Like they expected me to automatically do it. Like, oh, well, she'll do it.
I hope you
No,
learned the lesson.
she won't do it.
I
She
hope you
got her
just
own
learned the
stuff.
lesson.
yeah.
She has her own stuff going on. First of all, I'm not even fooling with y'all after you pulled what you pulled when I needed you to take 2 shifts because this is something I can't change. But no, I'm not gonna do it because you didn't ask me can I do it? You didn't, inquire to see if I could do it. You just volunteered me and said I
Disrespect.
could do it. So when it comes down to this situation with this man and him bringing
Just
his
like he
child
did with that
food,
McDonald's.
bringing
Like
his
he
child
could bring
food,
everybody something to eat.
he can't do, like, we don't know his financials. My problem with everything that was going on, like, not a problem with Scotty, but the people who were coming up, they were like putting 20 on 10 and adding more to the story. We don't know this man's financials. We don't know what he can
Right.
do for all the kids. We know what he can do for his one child.
Right. And I think that's the basis of this conversation is that we all are speculating about who can do what and who cannot and who whatever. But the reality is that we just don't know.
Yeah.
But if the man brought the McDonald's for the son, I'm assuming that that's all he could do at that time. And that's the only thing that I can go off of. I mean, she sat there and yelled at the man all that entire time. I'm also going to speculate that she's ignorant because, and excuse me for saying it, but there's no way you get this much money for food stamps and they don't last that long.
Not
So
even ignorant, because you
Thank you.
sat
yeah,
down there
I'm
and
sorry.
yelled, and then it's just like somebody made the comment because I was looking, I was like, did anybody ever find out who these people were? Because the person who posted it on TikTok, this wasn't even a video. This wasn't even their stuff. They found it somewhere and put it on their own TikTok, and then this went viral. I said, "Do y'all even know who these people are?" Is the question. Because
Yeah,
the person who posted it, that's not their stuff. But I
yeah.
was like, "You sitting down here yelling at this man. He doing for the one child he has with you, and you telling him, you knew what you were getting into when you had a child with me. Did he?
Did he? Yeah,
Did
did
It
he?
he?
sounds like
Did he know you at all?
they were together when no what that statement right there makes me feel like maybe they were together at the time in which their child was created, conceived, whatever, right?
Mhm.
And at the time,
Yeah,
if
some
you
more.
now when you're with the woman, yes, you come as a package, the
Yeah,
mama and the
Hell
children.
yeah.
we're
And
package
I
deal.
think she feels like because he did it when they were together, she's still
He supposed to do
expecting that
nothing.
in absentia. But
Amen.
baby girl, no ma'am. Once we're not together, I am only responsible for
For
my kid. And do you make your other children fathers take care of all your other kids? If so, what are you doing as the mother? If all the dad is taking care of all the
Exactly.
kids, what the hell are you doing?
we
Right.
don't know
I
because
need
we
somebody to
don't.
make a video of the other daddies telling us what
I
they do
mean,
for
we
their
don't
kids.
know.
That's what I want.
We don't
I
know,
want
and
another
it's a whole
video.
bunch of speculation. But what I can say is this: human decency would have said yes, even if my child called me and asked me for some McDonald's because they want some McDonald's that day. Human decency states, I know it's other kids in the house. I'ma bring enough food for these other kids.
Yeah,
Now, you have a whole bunch of other factors. That mama
It's
might have told him
complicated.
something about when he was doing stuff for the kids before, or his money might have only could have bought one McDonald's or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the circumstance is. But I just think that was absolutely ridiculous for her to berate him and throw food, and everybody want to talk about how the other kids are going to feel, that this kid gets spoiled. But what about that kid who daddy was berated
whose
Thank you.
and
food
his
got
food was
through in the
thrown away because his
street?
If
mama
she
wanted
thought
to be an asshole?
if she was wondering about how they worried about how the other kids would feel, how did they think that they feel when the food that they could have ate was on the damn ground outside?
Thank you. I said divvy it up a million times. That's all she had to do. And then find them some more to eat. Like everybody in your neighborhood know you ain't got no food down. I'm pretty sure it's an
Right.
old lady or somebody that still care in the neighborhood that girl, you ain't got no food. Everybody know.
I'm
Hell,
trying to tell you,
Goodwill know
if that
now.
was in my neighborhood and we heard that outside, I'm trying to tell you right now, there will be food that was cooked for your ass and these damn kids by the end of the day. That's real in my neighborhood. So
You ain't
it's
getting
like,
no money, but I'm gonna cook for your ass.
I do
yeah,
Cause you will not
I'm
get
not
your
giving you
nails
no
done
money
again.
because you
oh
can't
no,
even
Yeah,
handle
you're not
food
getting your nails
stamps.
done
You
again.
cannot handle money.
I don't give out money because people don't like to pay. If I loan it to them,
Absolutely not.
I don't give out money. When you loan it to them, they don't like to pay it back, or they want to get testy when you ask where my money at. I see you got on a new pair of shoes. I see you got a new weave.
Now, if I get money, I
Where my
call the
money
law.
at? Not the case with this situation. I do
I
y'all
ain't
one
getting
better.
it.
My aunt, when I was like middle school, high school, used to take me to get my hair done all the time by a professional, and then she would take me to get food after, right?
So, Deb, you're
So
gonna be late.
yeah,
I know.
but I'm gonna finish it. It's gonna be real quick. But
Okay.
when she would take me to get food, she would also get food for my mother and my brother. At the time, didn't have a baby sister. It was just me, my mother, and my brother. And then sometimes she would even get food for the people next door. The lady had a lot of kids, and sometimes they come over like, can I, use the phone, or can I get this, or can I get that? And sometimes she would get them food and bring it over there. She didn't get no money, but she did used to get them food and bring it over there. So with that being said, you ain't got no damn neighbors that can help you. All the neighbors like
I'm
her
saying.
yelling, ain't nobody
Well,
trying
Yeah,
to
so
help.
now
I'm gonna be honest. With an attitude like her, she would be my neighbor
nobody
that I'll
wants
go
to.
in my house and don't say not a word to.
Yep, this is
I don't.
facts.
But you know
I
what's
bring the
the
kids in my house. I
But
let
you
the
know
kid.
what though?
I feed
But
the kids.
I wouldn't really care about her if it was for the kids. Those
Nah,
kids.
no, I
Mm-hmm.
feed the children.
I
I
feed the
Yeah,
Yeah,
feed the
feed the
kids.
children, but
kids.
that's what I'm
she would not
saying.
eat a. She would eat a
Sometimes,
motherfucking thing out of my
Eat
house.
shit.
But the kids
Yep.
would be those
They
kids
go
would be
get that
fed.
bag off the
yeah, I
ground.
feed the kids. I will most definitely feed the kids, but you have to understand sometime, and this is unfortunate, but the way people sometimes will make you not want to fuck with their kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Will make you don't want to you would want to do for the kid, but you don't want to have to be bothered with the parent in order to do
Mm-hmm.
for the kid. And unfortunately, that is how society has gotten these days. It's a lot of kids that I would do a lot of things for and spend a lot of time with, but I'm like, you know
Parents.
what? I don't want to deal with the headache of
Your
dealing
mama
with your
ignorant.
parent.
Your mama
And
ignorant. I
if I
don't.
was him, what I would do is I would go down to the damn local food pantry and drop the damn food off at the house, so she don't got to do that with me, because
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
he got to deal with her. So if your kids is hungry, here's their food. Now, if I want to bring my damn son McDonald's, he gonna eat McDonald's. But what I will do is instead of eating in the house, I will pick him up so he can eat McDonald's. Period. Because if I can't afford it,
Yeah,
I
but
can't
she the
afford
type that'll
it.
be resentful and not let you pick him up no more because she know he gonna get McDonald's. That shit just
Right.
But
there's
that
no
speaks
getting
a
around
lot
her being
about the.
But
ignorant. I'm sorry.
I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go
Okay.
because I gotta get ready for our
All right,
All
communication.
see
right,
y'all
babe.
later.
All right. I love y'all. I'll see y'all if
See
y'all
you
come
back,
back in
All
like
babe.
right.
15 minutes.
Love you.
All right. Love you. Bye. Guys, if you are new here, you just got here, whatever, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you get notified every time I go live. I'll be live again in 13 minutes with the candy shop. So I will see you guys in a few. Bye, y'all. Love y'all. See y'all in a few. Bye.